Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife? That's the discussion again today. Smash that like. What's y'all got going on? Come in, come in, come in. Smash that like, y'all. Smash that like. Did they ever find out what happened to that fucking money, man? Did they ever find out what happened to that money that they gave that young boy? Everybody donated. And they said the parents bought a $600,000 house. That's crazy. Like, but it's understood. Remember, we dealing with a bunch of people ain't never had shit, man. Out here in the world, no matter the circumstance, when they do get a hold of something, they go ham with it. So come in, come in, come in, y'all. What's going on? How's your motherfucking morning? Good morning, matter of fact. Good morning. What y'all got going on? Come in, come in. Double tap the screen. What's going on? How's your morning? Was Kamalo wrong for having that knife, first of all? Was he wrong? It's, I mean, it's 85 degrees already. 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 85 degrees. Mm-mm-mm. Stay hydrated, people. Stay hydrated. The parents been in the newspaper lately. Um, Carmelo Anthony mom and dad was in the paper, and y'all all know Jeff Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Metcalf. Come on, come on, come on. Smash that like. It's 10 of y'all in here. Double tap the screen as y'all come. It's 8 of y'all in here. This shit fluctuate like cryptocurrency, but double tap the screen while you're here so we can get, I mean, the likes up and get the algorithm held. But Carmelo Anthony's mama, her name is Kayla Hayes, if y'all was wondering. Her and the father, they say they done tricked the money up, man. Andrew Anthony. That's Kamala Anthony daddy name. Andrew Anthony and the mama. Is that true? Does anybody know anything about it? Anybody know anything what's going on with the parents fucking the money up? Know what I'm saying? That's what they say, and that ain't got that go beyond shit. The dude going to jail, your mom's and them fucking your bread up. That you're supposed to get your lawyer. It happens though, man. It happens. You say yes. You say he was wrong. Can you tell me why you feel like he was wrong? Smash that like. Is the video ever came out yet? Has the smash that like? Come in, come in, come in. This shit been taking over the news lately too. But anybody know anything about his people supposed to have fucked up a lot of money? There's 11 of y'all in here. Double tap the stream, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Anybody know anything about his family? Carmelo Anthony. His daddy name is hold on. Kayla Hayes and Andrew Anthony. That's Carmelo Anthony's family. That's his parents. We often just keep saying his mama and his daddy. His mama name is Kayla Hayes and Andrew Anthony. The Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes fuck up $600,000 that was given to their son or donated to their son's defense. Come on now, they couldn't get him a $20,000-$30,000 lawyer. They spent the whole pizzle. $100,000 lawyer sounds good to me. Shit, I know some lawyers that are motherfucking. They would have got him free for that 100,000, no doubt. You know what I mean? So, damn, if they because it's going around that they testified at sentencing. I loved him very much, huh? You love him, why didn't you give him proper counsel? And Carmelo was the oldest too. They say even his grandma was out there fussing. Tony Hayes was captured on video shouting racist bias as she left the courthouse complex. Damn. So this shit, like I said, it always boiled down to race. Smash that like, y'all. What's goody, man? How's y'all day, man? How's it going? Money laundering. God. Are they gonna be? You think that his parents gonna be charged with money laundering? But that's crazy. Now I ain't holding up for nobody. If somebody gave you the money to get your son out and you went and fucked it over, that's on you with that one. Like that's the first thing I would have did. And on the five lights, I mean, Democrat are communists, money laundering operations, and massive water fraud, voter fraud. I'll go for it, Mike. Carmelo went into the tent to grab Austin. Caught. He stabbed him in the fit of homosexual rape. Wow. I'm gonna get you out of here because you ain't even staying on goddamn point with it. You come in here talking some crazy shit. You are affixed with penises, dude. You gotta go find you some penises, man. Because right now, you're fired. Smash that like, man. Ian, good morning. What's going on with you, Ian? What's up with you? Yeah, y'all get them likes up, man. Let's get them up, get them up, get them up, get them up, get them up. If you think Carmelo was wrong, double tap the stream, smash the like, and give me the thumbs up. If you think Carmelo was wrong, give me the thumbs. Was he wrong? Did you smash the like? You say he was wrong. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. If he's wrong, smash the like. No, he will probably be a hero, or either we wouldn't hear about it, or if the struggle was just that intimate, he would have been a hero. Some white hero saved the tent from a crazy black youth, a crazy black man. It would have been switched, or we wouldn't even heard about it. Right now, we're hearing about it because it's in the Bible Belt, and some power that be seen. There was something that could further divide us, so they went ahead and went with it. Because I'm telling y'all, last year they was trying to start this up before the verdict. It was already brewing. You know what I mean? Fixing that motherfucking uh, scenario up. What's going on, Moch man? How's your morning, man? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes, let's sing the blues. Let's rock. Ah, let's dance. Who's saying that? Bet you can't tell me eat scissors hands. Smash that like. A murderer convicted of murder is not racist. For sure it's not, Mike. But a young boy with no proper representation, I mean, not even a chance of rehabilitation, is not right either. Nah, I asked you a question. Salute. Now, hats off to you. I'm gonna give you a jacket for that one. E scissor hands. Okay, with your '80s baby ass. You know what I mean? That's what we got in common. Yeah, you a shit talker. You got shit for brains, but I like that. So I'm gonna put a jacket on you because you free to have your own. You know what I mean? Opinion or whatever. But that was dope. Salute. You a baby. You a baby. You 10 years too young for that. You 10 years too young for that. You was like 3 or 4 when that shit was out. But still, I respect Issa Hicker. That's my shit. Eyes without a face, it ain't no eyes without. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Now who being sensitive? See what I'm saying? I just got you with your own medicine. See how when the roles are reversed, smash that light. Blame his parents then and stop blaming white people. I ain't blaming his parents. I'm blaming their parents because both of them was 2 little kids. What was their parents at? I heard his parents didn't even show up to the sentencing. Do you know if that's true or not? No, most. That's why we're having this conversation. That's crazy. No doubt. No doubt. And that what takes it outside of what happened between Carmelo and Austin. But which was intimate between those two. You know what I mean? But it takes it outside the realm of that. Look at you. I just asked a question. Chill, bro. You chill. Chill, don't pay the bills. Smash that like and share me out, man. Smash that like. But yeah, if his parents fuck that money over, they deserve to be put up on a Summer Jam Street. And because that's crazy. That's probably would have got him 5 years if he had proper representation that can explain the whole situation. Because I don't think Carmelo got on the stand. Sean, for real, the culture is cooked. What's your favorite pair of golf shoes, Sean? Some foot joy. You say, yeah, he was wrong, Coke. Why was he wrong? And I'm not trying to debate, just trying to figure out where you was at. Okay, Puma. Okay, that's what it is. I used to like the suede Pumas back in the day. Accountability is racist now. His parents spent money on a house and an Escalade and left their son with a court-appointed lawyer. I don't think they wanted to. That is crazy. Now, that part of the situation, if they did that bullshit, that's crazy. Why was people out there letting Austin's family, telling Austin's family, telling them, "I'm glad Austin dead," because that's what their emotion. I can't really speak for why people was out there doing it. Why do people call cracker? Why do people call nigga? Why do people call spick? Why do people call Jew? Why do people call each other chink? I can't explain that, but that's just what Americans do. When we get mad, we hurl insults at each other, and some of those insults hurt. You love to have a face to face with me. Well, hold on, buddy. We just met, and you already want to put the dick in your mouth. Cut it out. Smash that like. But but no, really, East Sons of Hands. What you want to have a face to face with me about? I can set a live stream up where I drop the link. But first, you got to get in touch with me at BMC the Formula at gmail.com and let me know what we're gonna have a face to face about if it's worth it. If you're talking about really fisticuffs, nah, dog. I'm too old to be shooting. I get my little nigga either chop you down or man, I do the work myself. You feel me? Blam blam. I don't do a bunch of fighting. Yeah, go eat a Snickers. Yup. Nah, Moach. I'm gonna let him rock. He weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes the weird motherfuckers they set the tone. Your parents spent their money on a house car. Anthony brought a knife to a fist fight. That ain't got nothing to do with his parents and them spending the money. Yep, I heard they made like 6K while their son was. That's crazy. The black community ain't being played because the whole black community, number one, ain't even behind Carmelo Anthony like that. It's 50-50. It's iffy. It's everybody's own opinion. And the whole black community didn't donate to the Carmelo Anthony Fund. So that's the fucking problem. How's the whole black community getting played? For sure. You know what I mean, Chef? What's up with you? What's cracking, family? Would have got left up north. It wasn't with the chef up north. What's up with you, Fred? I got my little cracker handle, all my light work. Exactly. You too old to be motherfucking scuffling. I ain't hostile, dude. You just soft. I ain't got you all wrong. I'm just fucking with you. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Smash that light. Nah. Look at dude, played all y'all blacks. All black people don't ain't even aware what's going on. Some of us are like Carmelo Anthony, they going Googling the nigga jersey. What happened? What the fuck Carmelo done did now? And you know, he messing with one of them basketball players that died, wife, Carmelo Anthony, his name. But y'all motherfuckers probably think it's Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player. Nah, dog, y'all crazy. Y'all kill me. That's the problem. A black guy and a white guy got in the beef, and one of them died. Now y'all pulling the whole black community involved. No, it's those people's family because that's what happened. They was kids. Know what I mean, they was kids. You most definitely are being played. You donated. Ain't no black people donate. That was probably some guilt-ridden white folks. That black people don't donate. Y'all see that? The parents spent that shit. We spend, spend, spend. All we do is spend, 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 spend. You know, that's the song for the summer. Spend that shit. A lot of y'all lame niggas don't know, but if y'all ain't heard that motherfucking Young Miami shit, spend that shit. That go out back, spend that shit. That's the new shit for the motherfucking summer. So yeah, you know we don't donate a motherfucking thing. Y'all do, just like Black Lives Matter. No black people donated. They were the face of it. They were used. It's sort of like if you bootleg a Jordan, you're taking, I mean, we were supposed to be in at the forefront, but we weren't. We were just on the posters and Black Lives Matter. No matter, you know what I mean, who the black person you talking about. No black kids kill other black kids. White kids kill white kids every day too. The hypocrisy of America, dude. You got to stop separating that shit, John Medina. What color was Tyler Robinson that killed Charlie Kirk? He was white, right? And then this shit was a special circumstance, even more crazier. It was political violence because they're gangs too. The Republicans and the Democrats, they got colors on there and they got mascots and they deal with weapons. They handle heavy weapons. And the National Rifle Association, as them, they're one of the biggest supporters of who. You feel me? Y'all got to stop just playing. That's all good. See, you know what, East of the hands? Just as soon as I motherfucking try to fucking just make you like you even could be human, you do some bullshit like this. As soon as your first day on the job, that's fucked. Your first day on the job, man, you're fired, dude. Holler at you, man. Most white men are broke. Truck payments, $800 child support. Y'all terrible the shit that y'all say about each other, man. Blacks belong in prison for the most part. Shit. They'll probably be more safer. At least they ain't got to worry about if they're gonna get fed or not. If it's a good prison, they're gonna at least get that one meal a day. Then they got the hots in the cot, 3 hots in the cot. Sounds good to me. Gringa hunter. So yo Mexican ass gringa. You chasing Mexican bitches. Yeah. GGR, huh? Yeah. Even his own peers testified against him. Shit, they might have just been rats and snitches. Shit. You don't know they might have dangled a carrot over their head. There's 17 of y'all in here. Double tap the screen. Let's get them likes up to 100. Damn, if his parents spent all that money up, they wild as fuck, man. Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife? Double tap the screen if he was wrong. Give me a thumbs up if he was wrong. It's only 8 thumbs up in here. So shit, I say it's about 50-50. Some of y'all believe he was right. But if he was wrong for having that knife, give me a thumbs up. Smash that like, y'all. It's sad. Both families just lost loved ones. And both families are acting the fuck out. Carmelo people, if they fuck that money up, and that damn Jeff with his wishy washy closet races. Yeah, the next one, Chuck. I saw that. They're gonna have a boy. New York about to do it up. I wonder though, because they got that Democratic Socialist mayor. You think he gonna let him? Oh yeah, he a Knicks fan, so they about to drop all that ticker tape shit, all that shit. I'm just keeping it real, trying to evolve, clean up your act, and elevate yourselves. Crime doesn't pay. Rap is a culture. Well, why are all the white people rapping now? Why when you see a white person, they meet a black person, they go, "Yo, what's up, cuz?" And you like, how are you? What's going on? Know what I mean, why is I mean, it's time to clean up. Why are we not cleaning up all the white people that's on crystal meth? We hit them. Remember the faces of meth? Them people ain't getting no rehabilitation. They hiding. Why we can't deal with America, clean up America? The fucking country music shit ain't selling at all. Know what I mean, it's white boys rapping now, white MAGA, um, um, what's the word? What's the word we just looked up the other night? The MAGA motherfuckers. Rednecks. The rednecks are the alternative to black people in y'all culture. You know what I mean? To the ghetto black people, because all black people aren't ghetto. Look at John Medina. I'm just keeping it real. You can never keep it real. And don't trust a motherfucker that say they keeping it real. Know what I mean? Why you gotta tell me it's real? You know what I mean? John. Why did the black people but it's all good. It's your opinion. You're free to express it, family. You damn sure are. He's a fucking murderer. Get over it. Of course he's wrong. How stupid are you? I'm stupid enough to fuck your mama, but I was smart enough to get out of there. I mean, before I signed the birth certificate, so you'll never know. You'll never find a love like mine. That's why your mama keep playing that song. Smash that light. Good morning. How are you? Smash that light. Smash that light. Jaywalk. Smash that light. MAGA. Smash that. You wouldn't talk like a man because you scared to write text nigga. You naga. You can't you scared to text nigga. Say what you mean. Say it from your chest. That's the only way. I'm gonna you know what I mean get it. You scared to even text what you really mean. Naga. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Smash. What's up, beard? Shit, if ghetto whites don't. Are you kidding me? Go turn on cops. You see more white people killing people now than a little bit because it's now so transparent and for crazy shit. Long beard. What's going on? Okay, I got you, Swift. Not wrong for having it, but wrong for using it in that situation, regardless of race. True indeed, Swift. Now, somebody came in here with some motherfucking resolve. You know what I mean, somebody came in here with some motherfucking, you know what I mean, you about to hit a casino. Good luck. Which casino you going to? Good luck, man. If you hit the casino, I know you're gonna come back and donate to the BMC e-bike foundation. I'm whittling it down to what I got in the next 30 days. I was looking at 700 to get a bike. I don't see something for like 500. So I'll whittle down what I got in the next 30 days. I'll put the rest to it and we'll go ahead and get on this e-bike journey before the summer got there gonna run its course. Well, when the population of the country has certain majority of you would see some of the groups being arrested to more well shit, you're gonna see a lot of people being arrested for the diversionary tactics that they're doing. Stand your ground doesn't count when your life is in danger. And the shove doesn't constitute put but mutual combatants, fam. Both of them were standing up toe to toe. He didn't stab him in the back. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. 100. $25 on red, family. Yo, Ian, you better not be gambling no $25, fam. You can donate that to the BMC goddamn e-bike foundation. Gambling is motherfucking uh one in a million chances of shit. That's why when I gamble, it's for entertainment. I mean, like I play pick three. I like to play pick three. I play that motherfucker. My strategy is the number that I play is like you keep rolling until you crap out. So I play that motherfucker till I hit it. Like 757, I play that motherfucker. If I gotta play it 6 months, I play it 10 times every day. Till I hit that bitch. And then I think of another. I like to play double numbers. That slot machine ain't really me. Free mellow. No cap, ski. We went gambling after I went skydiving. Damn. You went gambling and skydiving. Two high risk situation. You fuck with your heart and then you went skydiving. You threw some money down a hole and then you threw yourself out a plane. Damn. On what area did y'all go skydiving, Longbeard? That's crazy. And Longbeard, do you got any experience in it, like been in the airborne or anything like that in the army? All this could have been avoided if both sides, both cool. Carmelo could have walked away. Austin would have called someone to remove Carmelo. Exactly. Nobody's saying that. Y'all, I'm telling you, today, because yesterday was a motherfucking madhouse, like dude said on Planet of the Apes. But y'all motherfuckers is coming in here with the real shit. If they both would have just took their time, man. You know what I mean? And that's real insomniac. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a jacket too. You know, I like to try 'em. I give them a jacket and tail. I mean, all I say is you don't have to get nobody out. You can if you want to, but we don't on the regular. Just look at the chat. I only me. I mean, I do the hiring and firing for my peoples, but just people with interesting conversations or say stuff that stand out to me. What gets me is how all of MAGA saying Carmelo Anthony got what he deserved and should have gotten the death penalty, but in the same breath we defend Rittenhouse, Zimmerman, Derek Chauvin, Luigi Mangione. He killed somebody like right out on the street. Luigi Mangione, and they done buried his ass though. That Tyler Robinson. Y'all notice Tyler Robinson has been buried. They don't say shit about him. The one that killed Charlie Kirk. What's going on, Steve? Good morning. Welcome back in. Right, Nat Mac, and I showed y'all that the other night. Nat Mac, all MAGA are the same. Some of them are the Bible Belt MAGA, they dealing off of God. Some of them are the redneck MAGAs who just like to have fun and chill and got their preference of vote. And then it's the upper epsilon, the creepy ones that we gotta watch. You know what I mean? The common folk is just the common folk, man. I don't know, Darren. I don't think you can tag Kyle and Derek together. Totally different situations. Kyle, man, what's Kyle doing right now, man? Darren, that's false. In your opinion, I'm a conservative. I think Zimmerman should be in prison. Where's Zimmerman at now, anyway? I need to look into the Camelo thing. Right. Seven Gator Waiter, what's up with you? What you chewing on? Good morning. What's up with you? Sitting around somewhere with your beanie on. Just got them hit a one hitter, probably. You know what I mean? What's up, Gator Waiter? And of course, you were going to say that. Darren, what's up with you, though? Darren, what part of the country are you in? Godfather. Godfather. What's going on with you? How long? What you been doing up all night making offers you can't refuse? They can't refuse. Ain't heard for Carmelo, but I know he's sick. The next 30 days, his 30 years of his life behind a fence. Right. I think he. This is what Ply said. Ah, the Crockett crazy gave my dog 50 years. Had the mom go to tears. Had the mom leaving out the courthouse in tears. Oh shit! Let's cut that bullshit out. Hold on, we gotta hear that. Cause this shit, hey, we gotta hear that Plies right quick, man. Dude Crocker crazy gave my dog. Yeah, we gotta hear that shit, man. Y'all got me tripping. Y'all lay back for a minute, man. We about to got that go. Mhm. Wow. We about to got that go. Hear that. Fuck that. Smash that like, y'all. Man. Yo, Lunch, what the name of that one is? Is that Keep It Real? Smash that like, y'all. Let's see this shit. Let's see this shit. Oh no, I got it. It's called 100 Years. Damn, it was at a KK cross burning. That's what it is. Wow. Shout out Camelo, man. This for Camelo. Wow. Ow. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that.
I just remind myself, dog, Monday through Friday, homie, from 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening, dog. There's some niggas in the courtroom around the country, my nigga. Fight for their motherfucking lives, dog.
That's real.
Crockett family niggas every day, my nigga. My dog went to court today, they gave him 15. Cracker Bam, my little nigga, he was 17. Young nigga, don't even know what all that time means. Puss ass crackers to shout my nigga trees. They holly managed to the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Nigga, my nigga, now I got to bust his brain. Nigga would've did me, my dog would do the same. His lady called me crying, and now I feel a pain. Tired of losing all my niggas to the chain gang. In 30 minutes, the nigga whole life can change. Cracker over sentence the niggas when this shit gon' change. Quit saying crack again, nigga, 100 years. Had your mama leaving out the
Courthouse in tears.
Cracker don't love the eye, nigga, breathe.
If you ain't never seen your mama leave out the courthouse in tears while you in shackles, he wouldn't hit this blunt. I smoked to the head. I give him some weed to roll him some though. Ooh. Oh. Damn. Okay, you hear that? Cause they say the dude had a public defender. Living out the courthouse of tears. Man, shout out Plies. That one was real right there. Smash that like, man. Somebody said, okay, Sanka says Metcalf's father is friends with the judge. They in pits together. That's crazy. Anakin Skywalker says Carmelo is a murderer. Everyone who defends him is a demon. Shame on you. Then why are you in here talking to a bunch of demons? Smash that like. That's what it is. You say he got a public defender. Yeah, how much money did they spend, Steve? Can you drop a link to that? Well, Godfather, it's done now, though, G. He had the knife, dude dead. Now, where do we go from there? Bronze, what's good, fam? What's good, fam? What's good? Hey, Bronze, did you ever find out was that true or was that urban legend? They say Camelo people spent $600,000. Now that shit right there, everybody knows without proper representation, it's not even a conversation for them Europeans with you. When you know what I mean, without proper representation, it's not even a conversation. Right? I believe he was being surrounded, Gator. I don't know. See what I'm saying? Seven Gator. It happens. What was the demographics? Was it two white kids? I seen a young boy. Okay, well he was selling drugs, and the dude took his stash, slapped him up. The young boy pulled out a joint and shot him. He got 5 years suspended. Do 2 years. You know what I mean? Don't even do that. Do a boot camp. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yep. 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 All that school stuff. That's what made it even look worse. Yeah, we passed that George Floyd shit. We can't. Y'all worse than the people that bring up Obama name all the time when it's dealing with Trump. That's why I love to rub it in y'all faces. Trump and Obama, Obama and Trump. Know what I mean, okay, two white boys. See what I'm saying? Same scenario, just a crime of passion. Because to stab somebody is so much intimate than shooting somebody. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to think of all the variables. They were standing face to face too. It wasn't like that. It was face to face, mano a mano, and then it was a bunch of testosterone in what I mean in the situation because both of them was some wild ass young boys. So we can't make one better than the other. Both of them was dumb as fuck to be engaging in that, knowing that it could be some dire consequences. You know what I mean? Carmelo knew he had the knife, and Austin knew well if Carmelo didn't have the knife, and if he was to would have got the best of Austin, it was a good chance that Austin Peoples would have jumped on Carmelo. So it was all a bunch of shit, man. Smash that like, smash that like, y'all. But I still say, you know what I mean? Mm, I know why he had the knife. It wasn't for the stab dude. He had the knife. Shit, you don't know the path he had to take to get there, or what he where he was going after he left there. Just so happened. I mean, that shit happened. Chilling, peaceful as usual. You know how I do it. It's 87 degrees out there. I'm cooling in the shade, drinking a little lemonade. You know what I mean, cause ain't no half stepping. You know what I mean, I've been learned that. But yeah, I'm chilling. I mean, everybody good. How's your weekend, younger? Ian? Yo, we still on about that case? Yeah. Dang, we should be abolishing the government over the Epstein files. Shit. The Epstein files, I'm debating going to get my biscuits and gravy. Okay, where you get your biscuits and gravy from, Seven Gator? I like biscuits and gravy too. Lunch and I said the government gonna do what the government want. They got the power for sure. For sure. Yeah, y'all check me out later on too. We could be delving into taking a deep dive into is Donald Trump actually playing the part as the president and the commander in chief because it's two different things. The president is over the people, you know what I mean, making sure the infrastructure running smoothly. And the commander in chief is the guy with the people around him with the medals and shit. And sometimes he'll even have medals on his chest if he did some service. You know what I'm saying? But and they do everything that's geared towards a military style. I mean, government where they're doing a lot of preemptive strikes and all that stuff. Ain't nothing really for the infrastructure. You know what I mean? It's the quintessential conversation every time they do the joint, whether they're gonna spend more money on guns or butter. And butter is, roads, schools, the citizens, and the guns is, the guns. You feel me? So smash that like and catch me out later on with that one. You know what I mean? Cherry hole in the wall cafe. The chef serves your fresh food per table. It's amazing. Okay. I kind of prefer the mom and pop joints too, Seven Gator. It's more, you know what I mean? Yeah, that heat is a motherfucker. Right. And that smell of fresh food because you go out hopping on stuff, all you smell is grease and the dude next to y'all cologne from last night mixed with the liquor that he threw up on his shirt. So that shit crazy. He said my weekend was all white. That was crazy. Nah, man. Darren, man, what's up with you? Chill before I hit you across your head with the gavel. Oh, you know what though? Darren Connolly from the clan Connolly. I know who you are. You're the run of the litter. You ain't never been shit. Your pops was an alcoholic, but he had, you know what I mean, magic hands with cars. And that's why the neighborhood tolerated him. Patty. That's why Patty tolerated him. Your pops owed Patty some money, Connolly. You know it too. I know who you are. Darren Connolly, man. His old man used to be a Golden Gloves boxer. He couldn't stop drinking. You know the Irish. Go take a nap, Darren. Go take a nap, Darren, and take your pills. Look at dude. Look at 25. 25 milligrams of, you know what I mean, Benadryl. Come on. I can't even take you serious. You a drug addict. You sleep. Ooga booga. Nah, dog. Nah. I can't even take you serious, 25. Where Darren at? Let me put a jacket on Darren. Because that's all he wanted, some attention. A 40 in the blunt. That's all Darren want. Know what I mean? But this guy 25 talking about some ooga booga. You on Benadryl, dude. I can't even believe you. Nah, Ian, no, 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 no. We not starting that today. Let them ride, family. Let them ride. I can't even believe him, man. I don't have my moderators here to moderate. I have y'all here to chill, man. Let him ride. I would have got him out. Maybe he would have been ooga booga. Then once I civilized them, it would because that's what I do. That's why I don't like to get the people out unless they doing something directly. Then I feel like, wow, you know what? This can't, you know what I mean? If it's getting away of the progress, but nah, you should have let him ride that ooga booga shit. Nah, dog. He probably at the end of it, I probably would have, you know what I mean, flipped them, man. A lot of them come in with that brainwashing, but they always come back after they figure out that I ain't with the bullshit. What's up with you, Mr. Sativo? When all this shit get old, do you just move on to the next as far as going, yeah, the next trending topic? Or I might think of a dope conversation. I mean, because like tonight, make sure you check out, we're talking about Donald Trump and the military industrial complex. Are they really running Donald Trump? Because he's not listening to the Republicans and the Democrats. So I'm starting to think, wait a minute. All this shit he doing is military. He moving like Napoleon as opposed of, I mean, I don't give a fuck about Wakanda. That's some shit on y'all head. You probably one of the motherfuckers standing in your mirror talking about 300. And y'all know they was a little, them hoplites used to hop up in. But or you probably saying some shit. You probably, are you not entertained? And that was a black dude. If you know, you know. Spain was occupied at the time. Yeah, that's some bullshit in that Wakanda Forever stuff. Yeah, I'm wondering every time somebody says it, what's the motherfucking, I mean, the spell that they spewing. And Ian said it. It's something from a movie, Steve, the Black Panther. You know, they give us those idols like that. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing, then somebody will really think it's real or mix it in with the folklore of even African cultures. Somebody will mix that shit in. Yeah, you know, everybody got their idea. It was, you know, there. Nah, dog. Don't never trust nothing they give you. I mean, get it on your own. And that goes for knowledge and money and power. Don't ever trust anything that they give you. You get it on your own. You say no reason to bring a knife to a trap meet. Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it is. Represent. All right, Seven Gator. What y'all about to do a little walk? How many y'all how far you live from a dog park? Look at me. I am the captain now. Yeah, I'm good. What up with you? Oh yeah? What part of New Orleans? Uptown, Third Ward. Know what I mean, cross the river. I mean, Iberia. Know what I mean, what part of New Orleans? Iberville. Nah, I'm not a Lil Wayne fan too much right now. Nope. Lil Wayne sucks. I like the Lil Wayne when he was a kid rapping. Right now he sucks. He like the alien from the Reese's Pieces commercial. Nope. You do know that Lil Wayne is still Dwayne Carter. All that shit was an act. He was another Tupac. They come from New Orleans. He by the time he was 12, he was with the boy Baby and them. Maybe they was doing shit. He was like a full-time performer. Sure, Jacksonville. That shit, and we need to introduce how to get a bank account, explain them about interest, gained on shit and mortgages, and but we don't do none of that shit. All we want to tell them is some calculus and George Washington was the first president and Isaac Newton, an apple hit him in his head and the gravity and all this bullshit. But we need to birth our kids, raise having money minded, something that's the most important thing. We, you know what I mean, we let them fend for themselves or we too busy fending for ourselves because nobody taught us about it. We need to be heavy into how the economy runs. You know what I mean? When you pick a job, you're picking what's your contribution to the economy. We need to do a lot of that stuff, man. I saw an interview where he said his name changed was because he was junior. His dad wasn't in his life, so he just wanted to be Wayne. Nah, nope. I heard it was another something else, but I mean, yeah, a rich drug addict. Nah, ENC, that's just like that's conversation for these dudes, man. Them dudes to get on them pills and get up there on them shows, man, to be high just talking, man. Just talking. And with Lil Wayne being such a celebrity that he is, okay, he's a big part of the propaganda. So all that shit is just to set the tone for fatherless children. You know that Lil Wayne also had like 5 babies in 1 year, one time. Nick Cannon got a lot of babies. Who knows why? There's a couple of them, and it's to set the tone for people that idolize them or look at them as what I mean, the blueprint. They'll have a bunch of fucking babies, niggas in the street. And at the time, Lil Wayne was hot for like 7 years, and that was the time frame they had. So he's a tool of propaganda and the suppression of my peoples too. Anybody that you see in the entertainment, don't take them too lightly. Take them just what they is, entertainment. That goes to basketball players, comedians, um, heavens, yes, rappers, singers. All of them are put here as the beat of the drum. Especially if you heard them on the radio, them motherfuckers done. Go find the next one. Go listen to somebody else. Go call your cousin and say, "You still got that music you made? Listen, you'll be better off listening to your cousin until he gets on the radio because anybody that you hear on the radio know that they part of the problem." Economics classes was exchanged for gender affirming classes in school. Okay, Godfather, that Nick Cannon line was hilarious. That whole music genre is a government. Yeah, yeah, because it was rap, and now as soon as it turned to hip hop, that's when you know it was a problem. And it's the beat of the drum, any music genre. That's why the white boys is acting black now. All the fucking rednecks they rap. I mean, they imitating rappers. What's my man name? Shaka Shaka Hustle Man, white dude out of the Appalachians that raps. But he doesn't rap about what black people do. He rap about what poor white people do. Go check him out. I showed him in an interview the other well in a he was getting interviewed, but it was in a documentary where I was talking about the MAGA rednecks. I saw so many similarities in myself with them. I mean, just wanting to just be Americans and do them, have fun. They smoke weed, bust guns. I mean, the same thing I see in my youth in my community they was doing. You know what I mean? Smash that like you say, yeah, Keever. What's going on, Keever Jack? I like that name, Keever Jack. Get your ass in here. Nathan Ketchum. Lizard King, hey, all y'all, Lizard. Nathan, Kiva, get over there, turn that notification bell on. You know what I mean? Smash that like, especially do you feel like Carmelo was wrong? If you feel like Carmelo was wrong, smash that like. Give me that's your thumbs up right there. You feel me? If he was wrong, Kiva, I know you double tapped. Double tap the stream. Come on, let's get these up to 100. I know it's 100 of y'all out there thinking he was wrong. Was he wrong? Smash that like, man. Backyard. Can you tell me what resonated to you as the truth and not the debate, just to see where I'm at with it? Because it probably resonated to a lot of people. I like hot sauce on my pork chop quotes from one of them Georgia redneck boys rapping, and he's killing the game. Right. Yeah, that's a song that's out. I like hot, but he ain't no fucking redneck rapper. That's a fucking he in the black community with his. He just got some old. He just got in trouble for killing one of his peoples, which happened to be black. Nobody ain't saying nothing about that. The white dude that rap in Georgia, yeah, nah, he ain't one of them redneck rappers. He's actually coming out of the black community. He's a member of the culture. He just happened to be a white boy. What's his name? Lunching out. Where he at? Yes, Carmelo was wrong. Says Dub Nation. What's up, Dub Nation? Welcome back in. You was in here yesterday going ham. Yep, they both were. They was young though. Like I keep saying, I'm gonna attribute it to their youth. Kids, man, kids. Yeah, Tupac and Biggie, yeah, that was a whole setup. But and we always talk about Tupac and Biggie. Do y'all realize they was kids? Neither one of them was over 25 years old. So they had not really lived a life and they just started getting famous. So 5 years of fame, like, come on, man. Y'all heard the latest on Biggie? They trying to say like Biggie might have read it on his peoples when his house got busted in T-neck Jersey and they had weed and guns in there. Maybe he might have. I mean, him and his friend was putting it on each other. Do you think Veterans Day should be a month instead of a day over Pride Month? I don't know. I mean, Veterans Day should be every day. A veteran should be venerated for keeping us safe and I mean, cozy little American dream. So I don't know, but Pride Month, it depends. How prideful are you? Know what I mean? Does it mean, know what I mean, why are you pitting them two against each other? That's our problem. We always, for every protagonist, we gotta have an antagonist. You know what I mean? I don't know, fam. Should it? That's something you got to think about, Dub Nation. That's not nothing that even affects me, Pride Month or veterans. You know what I mean? I'm here no there with it. I'm still fighting the war. The veterans are put up, seemingly. Our veterans, we should be taking care of them. They should be put up straight. All of them should have a house and a hot meal. The same thing that was afforded to them when they was taking care of the country. So, you know what I mean, and protecting it. So, with that, I'll just say our veterans should be, you know what I mean, put up in lights somewhere. They should have whole communities just free, but a lot of times we got to look at the flip side of it. A lot of our veterans are suffering from PTSD, mental problems and stuff like that from war or whatever. Life beats you down. And as well as a lot of black men and white men and Chinese men and Puerto Rican men are in the community are suffering from the same PTSD too. Because to go to war doesn't have to mean like in some far off country with a army issue gun. Life is war, and a lot of our people are suffering from PTSD, mental conditions, and we're calling it that they're violent and I mean, but we don't understand, you know what I'm saying? That this shit is serious in all communities as Americans, you know what I'm saying? No, he's a redneck, grew up with black people. Yeah, that he's not a redneck then if he grew up with black people. He's of the black community. Rednecks don't hang out with black people, but they act like black people. Like them wild ass white boys in Florida, they don't hang with black people. They act like black people and they don't like black people. They like the competition. You know what I mean, the ones with their hat turned to the back, they got the chain. It's some of them that fuck with black people but they actually imitate black people. But the dude we talking about that got the murder, he was with some black kids. He's in the black community. He's not a redneck. Everybody that acts black is not a redneck. Some of them are just white people that raised in the black community. I mean, y'all are retarded. That name says it all. You feel me? Some people, white people grew up in the black community. They're not rednecks. We call them wiggers. Wiggers, you know. I mean, salute with that. Ian just donated. Ian, you gonna end up buying the whole bike, my G. I like that though. That super support Ian just showed. I mean, improve support the team once again. That's what it is, Ian. Super salute. Make sure y'all get over there. I mean, G Baby and prayers for the Kukunk Lions baseball team. What's that right there, Ian? Who's G Baby? Right, right, Shanae. That white boy that was that just killed somebody that was down there in Georgia rapping and shit. He was a G. Exactly. That's a good, great way to explain it. Right, but shit, whether it's a month or a day, they free to express themselves. At least they should be. At least they used to be. We used to not say nothing about a gay parade or a military parade or anything like that. Now it's so much everybody whining. Everybody want to set the tone for America, and that's just what it is. Americans are all different in what they do, but we all, I mean, are the same. Is that's all we want to do is do what we do. You feel me? Smash that like it's 13 of y'all in here. Let's get them likes up, especially if you feel like Carmelo was wrong. Was Carmelo wrong, 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 wrong? Or were both of them wrong, 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 wrong? And these parents, did anybody ever figure out what was really going on with the father and the mother of Carmelo? Did they really spend up $600,000 and buy an Escalade in the house? Like that goes beyond whatever. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't even really. I get all my movies also Tubi. I think I know what you're talking about. That was another propaganda movie, though. In anything that they portray black life on the screen, don't trust it and don't believe it, fam. I'm telling you. Maybe it might be true to form in some ways, but in some ways, it's kind of stirring the narrative. I don't even watch commercial stuff, man. But I know what you're talking about, though. Godfather said nobody don't mind their own fucking business no more. They ain't been not minding their business, man. I'm from North Carolina. I'm a redneck, but I don't hate anyone. I dislike some individuals. What part of North Carolina you from, Kiefer Jack? How far you from Lumberton? And it depends in North Carolina now. If you on the by the coast, by like the Outer Banks and you know what I mean, right down 95, and or are you out there with like the Appalachians? You know what I mean? By Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee. You know what I mean? But what side you on? You on the western side or the eastern side? Because out east, you know, it's fairly like mixed. It's not so much. It's that old school prejudice, the Klan and everything, because it is the South. But as the people are different from the ones, I mean, okay, so you, how far you from Big Stone Gap and Wise County and Virginia and all that shit? So you got a little Cherokee in you too, Keeper. So you're not totally a redneck. You what they call a Melungian or a hillbilly. That's what it is. Y'all some fighting motherfuckers too. Them goddamn white boys from all that shit right there. You run across one of them, you run across one of them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about. I mean, somebody the white boys fighting this like I've been shown my whole life. It was gunshots and screaming. Wow. Okay, 2 hours from the Big Stone Gap. That's what it is. Smash that light. Let's get them lights up, y'all. Yep, you don't need a gun hand to hand. That's what it is. Hell no, I don't dislike white people. I don't dislike nobody. I'm not a racist or any of that. That's the misconception that some of y'all come in here and get. I'm not a racist. So because you so used to all of these black people that they standing on it, they backing Carmelo, and which that's what they're supposed to do if that's what they want to do. And I'm standing on it too. I say Carmelo Anthony and the young boy Austin Metcalf was two young dumb motherfuckers. It shouldn't have happened. I mean, I don't hold up for nobody, but nah, I ain't no racist. I'm not in here talking about down with Whitey because of that. That shit is evident anyway. This ain't the first thing. No, I mean they done. You say, I mean, The way it's all going now lead to a race war. Well, I don't know, man, because white girls like black guys and black guys like white girls and vice versa with the dudes. And you know what I mean? Yeah, it's more transparent. It's more transparent. But now they keep saying that the revolution gonna be televised. No, it ain't because people gonna be playing video games on the television screens now. We don't have to watch TV. I mean, the revolution will be live streamed. Know what I mean, and the South will rise again. But you know the funny thing about the South rising now, they're gonna be speaking Spanish. Underlay, mommy. E-I. Uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? You say you love your milk and magnesium lunching out. That's what it is. Oh, I know you do. Smash that like. Never judge a book by its cover. There's ignorant people. Well, true indeed, John. What's going on with y'all? Good morning, John, Kiefer Jack, Center. Y'all get over there and turn on the notification bell, man. Double tap the stream too. Double tap the stream. Smash that like. Let's get them likes up, man. Get them up. 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 Yeah, Spanish. The South. You know the South. That's what they did. The Confederates. They just regrouped on the Yucatan Peninsula. Go check out what it called a banana republic. Okay, communism started the third world word like communism in 1950s. They were calling countries third world because it was whether they was going to go to the democracy or they was going to go to communism. So the ones in the middle were the third world. They was, you know what I mean, everybody was, we was fighting for them. That's why Ukraine is at war. But the South, the Confederates, they didn't gonna lock them up and do no Nuremberg trials. Them motherfuckers went to the Yucatan Peninsula, Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, and started the United Fruit Companies and stuff like that. And that's when they was calling them the Banana Republics, the Confederates. They just let them fall back. You know what I mean? And they started every time you eat a Chiquita banana, y'all know y'all supporting the Confederates from America because that's their company, the Chiquita Banana Company. Okay, so the South will rise again, but now they speaking Spanish, homie. Y'all got to do y'all history, man. It's simple. It's right there. A race war is not going to happen. Maybe a few pockets of skirmishes of people that got the same like-minded racist thoughts for each other, but it's not going to happen where they do anything. You know why? Because we are too deeply entrenched in, you know what I mean, in each other's lives. You know what I mean? Every last one of y'all are probably text. I got a white friend. I got a black friend. Wow, why don't you just text? I got a friend. Smash that like. Let me ask you this: what you just said with black men, black and white women, and black women like a white man. Do you think this will truly ever end? Because I've been seeing white men off black women. You see, what do you mean? You've been seeing white men off black women? I don't understand that. Off them, off them. What does that mean? They started the Chiquita Banana Company. Now they go to get you as that banana. The Confederate motherfuckers went south and started the you're not listening. They went south and Mexico was stretched as far as down to Panama. The beginning of Mexico was at Panama, which was Colombia at the time. But everything above that, like Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, all those spots was cut off from Mexico, starting with Guatemala. And the Confederates, when they won, they had money in Mexico too. The United States is not, y'all gotta, we're not really against Mexico. They just rogue. They managed to get their own money. It's sort of like how the British had the Indians. They had them by the balls and they fucked the people money up. And then now the Indians get it back. You see, spend money to make money. Now the Indians are on the map. Now I'm talking about in India, Hindustan, as they call it. Hindustan, the real India. Well, you know what I mean? The Hindus are in the big India. Then they put Pakistan, they put the Muslims. And then the other like weird junks, they in Bangladesh. You gotta know, I gotta know, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the Confederates, they went down there and started them fruit company. That's why they call them banana republics. You didn't even know that. It ain't just some yuppie shorts, some khaki shorts. I mean, it just ain't a store next to the Gap. It's what I'm saying. It's a real shit to that. Smash that like y'all. Oh yeah, Keeper. Who's taking over? Forensics. Good morning. You feel me? What's up, forensics? Hey, forensics, did you ever find out? You ever heard anything about it? Was that really true? Did that dude family just fuck up $600,000? But I love the white folks that actually rock with us. We should be rocking with each other, man. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I love you because I love you, and you know what I mean. You're doing what it takes to be loved. I hate you because you're doing what it takes to be hated. You understand? No matter what color you are. East Indians, right? But you know what I mean. That's another name that Europeans gave them. India. They used to be called Hindustan. You better bet we don't trust y'all, and that's a learned behavior, not to be trusting the white people. I mean, I'm telling you, and nobody wants to address this but young. We've been taught that nope, don't trust them. Wow. I thought he had a court appointed. Nah, you wanted to prove yourself if you did it because if he was your friend, you shouldn't have. You should have just stepped and left him. Any friend that you got to prove yourself to, they just don't go off of your integrity and who you are. Nah, you ain't got to prove yourself to nobody. So if you was around somebody that you had to prove yourself to, maybe he wasn't the problem. You was. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck? I need to be your friend that much that I'm gonna prove myself. You know what I mean? Smash that like y'all. Share me out, man. 12 of y'all in here. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Smash that like y'all. Share me out. What's going on? Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife? Definitely won't pooping. Who worries about a nigga taking a shit? Definitely won't. You know? Forensics, what's going on? People love to talk about how long ago slavery was, like Jim Crow didn't exist 100 years after. Today's Texans remember, none of us were alive. It's a straight lie. Right. Oh yeah, okay. But was his lawyer court appointed or what, y'all? Smash that like 15 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them lights up to 100, man. That's the problem, the participation here, man. Let's get them lights up, fam. Smash that like. Let's slow it down so we can read some of this bullshit. All of them have a background in public defense because whatever lawyer that's in the place where in my state that's there that day when the judge is supporting the court appointed, they got to do a certain amount of pro bono anyway. Each lawyer. What's going on with you, Cincinnati gangster, TC soldier? You know what I mean? What's up with you? You said he wasn't wrong. Right. He wasn't wrong to have a knife, in my opinion. A few people come in here and say he was wrong, but he was wrong to use it. But both of them was wrong. They should have just went their own separate ways. Like Insomniac said, it all could have been avoided. Testosterone, man. How's your morning, TC? Oh shit, his family paid the attorney 75K. Well, where's this rumor coming around that they spent money on a house and all this shit, Tammy? What's going on with you, good boy? Smash that like, double tap that stream, fam. What's the side up, and exactly getting pretty good and yours going pretty good. Mine's good, chilling, as usual, you know what I mean? 250K. I'm gonna tell you something, Tammy. If I would have gave a lawyer 250K, I'm walking. The press gonna leave me the fuck alone. And also, you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean. If I give a lawyer 250K, I'm gonna get all the ascendants. Ain't gonna be nothing said about me beating this case. I'm doing an OJ because that. I mean, for that, for his. I mean, I don't understand it. We will give Chud the Builder hundreds of thousands of dollars. We will give Luigi Mangione hundreds of thousands of dollars. But why nobody, white or black of any color, anybody didn't just get that young boy out? Y'all understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? We would donate and get behind all the wrong shit. You know what I mean? And now all of us are here fussing whether it was a black or a white thing or his mama and daddy ain't do shit. His daddy's a racist. That's what it's all boiling down to, ain't it? And it's crazy. We ain't heard shit from Carmelo or Austin. Austin's not coming back. But we have a lot to say about both of them. Do you think when they put their clothes on that morning and got ready to go out to that track meet that they would have been the talk of the world? Because everybody on all platforms, all aspects of life are talking about this stuff. You know what I mean? Do you think that they would, you know what I mean? Nah, he was gonna act the fool anyway. That's why he had the knife because he was acting the fool. I mean, he would have acted the fool anyway. You know, young Nick, when you were 17 years old, you was a fool. At least I was. I know I was a fool when I was 17. I was wild. I thought I knew everything, and both of them were just two young bulls. Know what I mean? One got, know what I mean, and then one got to pull in the pin. It's unfortunate, fam. But we separate that shit. when we should be uniting it. Like we got to teach our youth to do better on both sides, white, black, Chinese. We got to teach our youth to do better. But all you can come in here and say he was a murderer, he's gonna hold somebody's pocket and all that bullshit. But the days of fist fight, they had knives. See that's a colloquial saying that we always because that's what it started as. But come on now, it went to that. If it went to that, just go back and look at like Harlem Nights. I don't like to go back and black exploitation, but Harlem Nights they fist fought, and when Eddie Murphy was fighting Shorty, it was a knife involved. You see what I'm saying? Right? Remember, it was a knife involved. And blacks actually white like whites, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I like you not because of your skin color, but your integrity. Because anybody will cross your ass. Care Bear, what's up? What's your favorite Care Bear? Y'all remember the Care Bears cartoons used to come on back in the day? And smash that like to Care Bear, Tammy Pierce, Joe, Astudi. Y'all get over there, turn on the notification bell. You know what I mean? Link up with me. I don't like to say subscribe. I say support. So you know what I mean. Supporters always come back because that's hence you're supporting. And also we got the BMC E-Bike Foundation. Shout out Ian just did this thing. ENT 372. You know what I mean. Y'all don't let Ian do all the work. See, I told you we're on a 30-day countdown. Probably with a little odds and ends in between. After that, we off and running with it. You know what I mean, like I said, the first project trajectory I was looking at like 7 for the e-bike, but now I'm seeing like 5. But I'll just have to take my time because I don't want to just, you know what I mean, buy some bicycle with a you know what I mean, we whack a motor on it. I'm trying to get something that's I can put out there on the road and we can get some live streams in the city in different parts, you know what I mean, understanding some of this stuff because I know where a data center at too. And I can easily get a, you know what I mean, drive out there, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, it's better when it's, I mean, because it's two different things that I want to show y'all. Yeah, they're right. Don't just go get the shit. Cause I seen some shit with some stringy forks and all that bullshit. Nah. Ian, have you got any more suggestions? Send them to me on my email, bmctheformula@gmail.com. Give me some suggestions, man, before I jump out there. Know what I'm saying? Yep, you got to be easily able to assimilate, Joe. That is so real. There are no permanent or perfect solutions in life. You got to be ready to switch up at a moment's notice, man. What's that shit gone in 60 seconds? Know what I mean? Don't have nothing in your life that can't be gone in 60 seconds. That's what happens a lot of times we get caught up on emotionally attachments. The day Donald Trump birthday, Kenny Lee. Wow, happy birthday, President Trump. You still some shit, but happy birthday because you is the president. I mean, Donald Trump. A lot of people know Donald Trump face than Snoop Dogg. Imagine when he ain't in power. Only if he would have been a little bit younger, he would have been a fucking promotional force, brother, for the good and bad. He's still a promotional force now, but shit, everybody know Donald Trump face whether you like him or not. No, it was banned. You were only allowed to go to the school to see it. Wow. You too, Tammy Pierce. That's what it is. Have a good day. We need to tell that to a lot of these coming in here spreading all that angry shit. Have a good day, family. Enjoy your day. That's what it is, Tammy. It's 19 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up, man. 19 of y'all in here, fam. 17. We fluctuating like SpaceX, but you gotta invest. SpaceX popping right now, y'all. You got a little extras. Put it on SpaceX. I know you don't like Elon Musk, but I know you like lobster, steak, and shrimp. I bet you this SpaceX stock turned out to be like the Bitcoin. They're gonna ride it for a little bit because Elon is the talk of the town as a trillionaire. And nobody ain't peeping it until next month when that shit start growing. You can try to get in on it and it's gonna be too expensive or too spread out. So I say I'm telling you right now, if you didn't get on it when they first started talking about the SpaceX going public, now is the time. I'm telling you, Elon Musk slick. He about to take the place of that Bitcoin shit. Y'all see Bitcoin went from like damn near 100 something to 60. That shit falling. But that SpaceX is the new, you know what I mean? I'm telling you. When in 5 years you can be like, damn, I should have invested. Because if this dude's a trillionaire, imagine how much interest he getting off of it. His interest is in the billions. Come on, man. That shit crazy. Because what he's doing, what y'all not realizing, it costs trillions to go to space. So that little bit of money that he making that trillion, imagine in 10 years what that shit gonna be. You know what I mean? And remember everybody wanna got there gonna be a millionaire? Shit, now everybody want a billionaire because we got a trillionaire out there. Me too, for instance. I got in on it good too. It fell a little bit, but it's gonna fluctuate like that. But then when I looked at my stock advisor, it said to buy lightly. So you know what? I got mines, and I bet money that that shit turned out to be like the fucking cryptocurrency shit popped off for a little bit for everybody. Exactly, for instance, for sure, TC Soldier. Shit, I change my clothes all the time, dude. I'm on live screen. This ain't my life. I mean, this is my logo. This is who I am, BMC. I keep it simple and I keep it correct. Know what I mean, conformity. A lot of it shows me and you consistency for me to be able to get up every day. And I got millions of these shirts here. Come on, dog. I mean, I sell these shirts, man. And they're not like a little heavy promotion. Y'all want me to bring them back? Y'all wanted me to bring the BMC joints back? Y'all want me to bring the BMC back? See, it ain't always the same joint, man. I'm surrounded by them. This the Black Money Corporation, homie. A lot of y'all ain't never seen y'all name on none of something you created. You feel me? Y'all want me to bring these chains? These chains glow in the dark too. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, homie. It's always somebody like you. You know what I mean? I don't check. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Y'all want me to bring them shits. But yeah, y'all better get in on that motherfucking SpaceX. Smash that like. Any more questions? The old man works. You didn't ask what was the dude name from Apple? Why he didn't never change his clothes? Steve Jobs. He had on a black mock turtleneck, some jeans, and some Nikes every day. You didn't ask him why he didn't change his clothes, but you come in and ask a black man, why shit, this is me. If I can wear polo, I can wear BMC. That's why I wear it every day. You know what I mean? But the gear is there. I mean, shit, the gear is there. Look, you see me online, dude. The gear is there, man. I mean, smash that like y'all. Share me y'all, fam. It's crazy. I notice you don't change your clothes. This is my uniform. I'm coming to work. You know how I welcome to McDonald's. This what's goody is the BMC. I mean, easily identifiable because it ain't about what I got on. It's about up here today. I mean, that's what you got to know. It ain't about what you got on right now when you get in the BMC. It's about what's up here, family. What you got on don't mean shit. What's a monkey in the suit, motherfucker? Just a monkey in the suit. Get your mind right, man. Little nickel. Go hit that cash app up. You know what I mean? And that helped me with this goddamn foundation. I and salute. And once again, hey Ian, let me ask you something. Did you used to watch Dirty Weather 916? Right, right. For a friend, I told him that's all I do. I bet you a lot of them ain't never had no merch with their name on it. They ain't never had shit with something they created. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm proud of that. Ain't Ralph Lauren proud of his shit? Of course, I'm proud of that. I'm laying around this shit, man, because I'm BMC. I'm not just somebody on the internet. When you cut off the internet, whoever your name is, what's your name? You're just poor old Jimmy. Jimmy from Paducah that nobody ever really understood him. So he was often shunned and ignored. Come on, homie. Smash that like, fam. I ain't here to impress you with my gear. I'm here to kind of bless you with some knowledge. Know what I'm saying? You gotta goddamn do your own stay flatness. You gotta have some conformity, you know what I mean? It shows consistency. Just to show as you see me, I'll have the uniform on. Right, but you know what's so forensics? Um, I'ma challenge them. I'm gonna wear my Donald Trump sweatshirt depending on the heat. When I do the bike shit, I'm gonna go out with my Donald Trump shirt on. And I might start wearing it now since he said that for about a week. It's the day Donald Trump birthday, for instance. Because matter of fact, I'm going live again. I'm gonna come in with my Donald Trump sweatshirt on their ass. And I got one that ain't nobody got. This go beyond MAGA. This who Trump really is, the brand. My Trump Marina shit, that MAGA shit, some bullshit. That's Trump's Black Lives Matter, the MAGA motherfuckers, so they could sell some merch. But I'm talking about when he was heavy branded. I'm gonna wear my Trump shirt. Is this his birthday today? Hey, that's crazy. We don't even know when the president's birthday. And he the president. But if it is, when I come back live, I'm gonna have my Trump Marina shirt on their ass. Fuck that. Because I'm gonna be discussing Trump later on about the military what's the shit the military infrastructure. I keep saying the industrial complex, the military industrial complex, which goes beyond just the Army Navy. It's the business side of it, and that's what I believe Donald Trump is doing. He has two titles, the president and the commander in chief, which is over the military. But the military has turned into something different. The military is not just some soldiers with guns waiting to defend us. It's also a motherfucking business, which y'all don't realize. It's two kind of businesses in America, and probably three. But I'm gonna say the government business, where they go and do shit with other governments, and then it's the military. They don't manage to get they got their own. I mean, stop. I mean, okay, yeah. When I come back live again, I'm gonna be repping my Donald Trump joint because that's what it is. It's the president, man. No need to hate him, but you don't have to agree with his ass. I do say that you don't have to agree with Donald Trump, but damn, Donald Trump, 80 years old today, man. What's up, Akeem? What's up, Akeem? How you, family? Damn, Donald Trump, 80 something, 80 years old today. As opposed to being the president, I would say he'll, you know what I mean, he'll rare fine to make 80. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make 80. Donald Trump, 80 years old, so I salute him for that. You know what I mean? That's crazy. 80 years old, man. And he act every bit of his age. That's crazy. Neuroscience. I believe that, man. I believe it's more than more than two Donald Trumps. And it's also the one that be talking shit to the press, the Donald Trump that they use to walk on the plane, that the one that be talking all that shit, the one that be like, your second hand, your second. Why does he call everybody second rate? He called the lady the other night that shit, but he famous for calling the press corps that shit. You'll never be top tier. You're second rate. And I mean, they got the angry Donald Trump that be joking everybody and shit. I like Donald Trump before he was the president. He was chill. You know what I mean? When he was on that's one of my favorite shits. When Donald Trump was the motherfucking on The Apprentice, you're fired. You feel me? That was one of my favorite joints, man. Cause I'm a hustler, I'm a businessman, and he's still a hustler and businessman. That's why he's hustling and doing business. He ain't doing politics. You know, that's why I say he's not a politician. He's a businessman, so he's not dealing with the politicians. He don't know how to deal with them. But business, the Army has, the Navy has, the Marines has, the Air Force, the Space Force has elected Donald Trump, not us. That's why the military people ain't saying nothing. They Spartan, they soldier. Know what I mean? He doing a lot of military shit as opposed to something for the infrastructure. And this might be a diversion. Y'all think Carmelo and Austin are just the next diversion to have us fussing about this shit while other shit happen? And who still thinks Carmelo was wrong that's in the chat screen that ain't already voiced their opinion? Double tap that stream. It's 38 likes, man. Let's get them likes up to 100, man. If you think he was wrong for having that knife, give a thumbs up. Double tap the stream. Smash that like if you think he was wrong. Salute for having that integrity, even to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not here to debate against you. You can speak your mind. If you think that Carmelo was wrong for having that knife, tap that. You know what I mean? Give me the thumbs up and you're in agreement. If you think he was wrong for having that knife. Carmelo and Kyle are the same piece that's been used, just different ends, right? Yep, yep, yep. People are wrong for living in Texas. I keep trying to tell them Texas is the start of the real South, the deep South. You know, we got the dirty South now, the deep South because After the Civil War, you know what I mean, the Confederates, they didn't get beat and get no Nuremberg trials and get fucked over. They went to motherfucking Central America and started the banana republics. And so every time you eat a Chiquita banana, that's Confederate gold you tasting. You feel me? Now do your history on it. I mean, United Fruit Company. They went from the Confederacy to the United Fruit Company, banana republics. All right, the South will rise again, and it has risen again. That's why Donald Trump and them trying to beat them back down. But now they're speaking Spanish. No comprende, me no speak English. The South will rise again. They're speaking Spanish. Habla español. Y'all better check it. Y'all better check it. The South will rise again, homie. They have. That's why they say. Remember, in 1989, they told you that it was going to be a huge Hispanic, Latino cultural push to go north as more of the resources are there. It's like even when you study different communities all around the world, they gravitate where all the goods at, where all the, know what I mean, so-called better life, to the metropolises. And now the South is rising. They predicted this shit. That's why they was letting teaching you Spanish with them little red books, and all of us seemingly know some Spanish. Remember Dora the Explorer? That's the same as Call of Duty is getting a lot of these people desensitized to war. You know what I mean? These joystick demons. They motherfucker could kill 1,000 people on Call of Duty, but won't fill out not one job application on Indeed.com. Not one, and they send the shit to you. But that's who they need. But they also need you to be familiar with foreign languages. That's why the people, the different global positioning that they have on Call of ID. I mean Call of Duty. I said Call of ID. Wow, on Call of Duty, those different global positionings is key to how they make you think. They'll show you a bunch of terrorists and they'll make you think they're Muslims, so you bombing them and they respawning. So when you go to war, you will be desensitized to bombing a bitch because have y'all ever seen the motherfucking weapons of war now? It's a bunch of guns, but it's a lot of joysticks also in those jets, those $1 billion jets and those tanks and all those Navy ships now that you would need 1,000 people on the ship. I mean, a few hundred best. Now you can have 50 or 60. I mean, these Navy vessels and stuff. Y'all about to be checking on what's going on. The United States got some dope weapons, but to weaponize them, wow, is it for protection or is it the bully? They've been back. I told you they went to Dave and Buster's family. Dave and Buster's is like a arcade, old school arcade brought up into the future with a bunch of wild shit mixed with food and fun. I mean, you said you in the West and thriving, white folks mind their motherfucking business. Right, well, I'm at too. I live amongst white people, Chinese people, black people, and you hear the gunfire at night, and that's just mutual combatants doing whatever they do. Here, don't shit go on neighbor against neighbor, motherfuckers, everybody on in their own world. You can do that when you make it comfortable for yourself. Yeah, Dave and Buster's, yeah. I like to go to the more cultural stuff with my babies. I engage in that. Like we go to a lot of festivals and face painting and with one of my favorite ones when we went to the they had all these different princesses like Snow White and Cinderella, all you know what I mean, in a line, and you would go down and talk to each one of them, each all the Disney princesses. Me, my little boo, and my son. Man, we had a good time. We instead of going trick or treating, we went to the municipal center. If y'all familiar with Keyshawn Davis, where he just boxed at in our area, called the Scope, and the police and the fire department all that had this little thing for kids, and it was hundreds of people out there just dressed up in costumes, and we did our thing and went out there. You know what I mean, and I got some. I maybe have some live posted that's just for members only. So get over there and get you a membership when they do pop back off. Right now, they got us locked out the system. Right. Yep. Yep. They have a like a water park in a park in my area where it's like, you know how you go to these water parks and they got buckets of water. Depends on where you go, it hit you with the water. It's like a good little space the size of a basketball court, and it's a free water park that anybody can go out there and just engage. The kids can go out there and have fun. I mean, it was at the park that I was at the other day. It wasn't on. They didn't have it activated then because for whatever reasons, I guess because summer wasn't in fully officially with the kids. But now, yeah, they got a little water park over there. It's 15 of y'all in here, man. Double tap that screen. It's 16 now. We fluctuating like SpaceX. Make sure y'all get over there and get y'all a little investment. Even if it's $100, I'm telling you, SpaceX is gonna be the new Bitcoin. In like 5 years, that shit gonna be booming. And they just gave this dude $1 trillion. I don't think they're gonna let him fuck $1 trillion up. A lot of people come out with these crazy ass IPOs and all that stuff and end up you never hear from them again, or the hedge fund suck it up. But it's kind of hard to fuck up $1 trillion and not still end up with a couple of billion. So what are the odds at that? That shit might, and when they merge, I don't know if they already merged, but when they merge SpaceX, Tesla, and Starlink, when they actually merge in 100 and become whatever, that fucking stock that you invest in, even if it's $100, gonna split like a motherfucker. So don't miss out because you don't really understand it, and you hating on it because it's Elon Musk. I'm telling you. Yeah, ain't nobody really hating on each other, man. The people that's hating on each other want to hate on each other, and vice versa. You feel me? The people that want to love on each other, loving on each other. It's not really no actual, I mean, division. Only the division is the division that we're causing. But some of it is learned behavior. I can't say people are engaging in it, just, know what I mean, because it's learned behavior. It's what America is built off of. You stay over there, I stay over here. Sometimes it's a peaceful, you stay over there. Sometimes it's a, oh, we gonna knuckle up, you stay the fuck over there. And then it's like we all just scratching and surviving, as they say on the good times um intro. Salty Alaskan, what's going on? Obama divided America. Can we get your opinion on that? Why do you say that? Smash that like, man. Was Camelo wrong also? And we at 39, man. Double tap that stream, man. It's free. It's not the electric chair. It would not shock me. And I did not know it was Donald Trump's birthday. What I knew his birthday was this month. So happy birthday, Donald Trump, man. Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, remember, he was doing his thing at one time. He was doing his thing. Hey, yo, forensics. You know what? You the one that turned me on to Stephen Miller, right? And I checked him out. Young blood on some other shit. Stephen Miller is Stephen Miller, a Democratic socialist. The way he talks, and I see what Donald Trump get a lot of his thinking from Stephen Miller, a young nigga. Donald Trump got a young nigga. It's something that Obama and them. I don't know what's going on with them, but Donald Trump got a young dude who he's voicing that young dude, young America's opinions by Stephen Miller. Whatever Stephen Miller says, Donald Trump listens to because Donald Trump is out of touch. But Stephen Miller, seemingly, for what it's worth, had a seemingly normal life like anybody. Some people accept him, some people didn't. But he kind of learned in what he do. So I mean, I understand it now with the Stephen Miller situation. I think maybe he might have more input than we realize with Donald Trump. Donald Trump might be on some Democratic socialist stuff. Also, on the flip side of it, I would say I think that the military and the that shit got something to do with it too. Obama did more for LGBT African Americans, as he should, because the LGB did more for Obama than African Americans. Chris. The LGB got there gonna put money in his pocket. The black Americans just accepted him and showed him love, being a member of the black community. He's African American, but we still showed him love like we show anybody that comes into the black community. You understand? So I understand why he did a lot for him. Yep, and the LGBT is black, is white, is Chinese. That's what y'all fail to realize. The LGBTQ plus is the biggest gang because they're in all of these groups. You can't tell me there ain't no gay Democrats, there ain't no gay Republicans, there ain't no gay conservative, there ain't no gay Democratic socialists, there ain't no gay Taoists or atheists. They're the biggest gang because they're everywhere, but they're in the closet. They manage to, you know what I mean? They know all the backroom deals before they go down. Y'all not realizing that. They're the biggest ones, but I don't see it as a, know what I mean, I just see it as the truth. They've been around for eons in some form or fashion also, you know. To be black or white is new to world history. Y'all do realize that. To be black or white is new to world history. They're less than 500 years old to be black and white. Ain't that crazy? And it's a gang. Is a lot of gang of gay black people that'll beat your ass just because somebody's sexual preference don't take away from their heart, their strengths, their capabilities. A lot of people, I don't know why people relate being gay with soft because they raised in that manhood shit where you got to be hardcore to be a man. Sometimes, know what I mean, a little smoothness might be what it can settle the resolve. Like with the Carmelo and Austin situation, it wasn't that both of them, know what I mean, was these two big burly sailors fighting. It wasn't a Marine fighting a goddamn sailor. This was two kids. Too much motherfucking machismo, too much testosterone, man. Too much goddamn too much. And that's this what happens. Somebody's dead. Imagine being with someone for 50 years and having no say when they need you the most just because y'all are gay. Right. Right. They got a guy there going, you can't say, well, I don't want him to do this. I don't want her to do that because I'm their spouse. I'm gonna put a plug. I can't take this, or this is what they wanted, or I'm gonna leave them this house, or they're gonna leave me their house because I mean y'all can't tie the rags because of that. I understand it. And it's been accepted. I got a gay uncle. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean he ain't my uncle. That means just he's gay. He's a good uncle too. Solid. I ain't never heard none. I mean, I mean, then I got uncles that, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I deal with people on their integrity, you know what I'm saying? Imagine being with someone for 50 years, man. Like Forensic said, that shit crazy. But it happens. Imagine being here for 50 years and not getting the full respect as a man. Can't even look people in the eye. Gotta walk with your head down. You can't drink from the same water fountain. Um, you are not afforded a decent wage to feed your family. You're barred out of loans from the government. When they give you something, they say, we'll feed your wife and your kids or your woman and your kids, but we're not going to feed you, warrior. Imagine that being in America. You know what I mean? Until they found out they was missing out a valuable, you know what I mean, link, that $1 billion motherfucking money stream that was going on in the black community. They want to desegregate now and hand all of us a 40 ounce. Here's your 40 acres in a mural. Yeah, it's happening today. It's happening today. The stifling of communities. I don't see a bunch of supermarkets popping up. I see a bunch of supermarket warehouses popping up. But in the black communities, in the white communities, like the trailer parks, the trailer park is the white projects. Y'all do realize that, right? But in those communities, all you see is Dollar Generals and stuff like that because it's a economic warfare on your ass. They're not gonna give you nothing to get strong. They ain't gonna give you no plenty fresh fruits and vegetables and access to it. They even got the fruit man out there. Remember the fruit man used to come through in the truck? Watermelons, tomatoes. They used to have cucumbers, all that shit, collard greens, and they had that mushrat. Remember I told you I used to go to the store for the OG, and she used to have to get me. I used to get the mushrat. They had the tail on that motherfucker. That was her favorite part. She loved the tail. Like what the fuck? It was a neutral rat though. Remember, they were in the community providing the fresh. My boy Edward, his pops, right up the street from the municipal center in the downtown area. Right now, they reclaimed the area, but he might be out there or somebody. But they used to have the fruit over there. I'm gonna be delving in all of that. That's why I want y'all to donate that dollar on that e-bike, so you could drive past the shit. But then you got to stop and all that. But if I get out there on the e-bike, I can further show y'all the depravity and different things that happened in this community, and you maybe can relate it to yours. They even got welcome back in, Joe. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. But yeah, they even got a slave plaque, the slave jail plaque out there. I want to go get at. It's just so many things, man. Smash that like y'all. Yeah, a social construct. It's only 500 years old to be black and white. Around the Bacon's Rebellion and the Stono Rebellion, where they wanted a quicker way to separate the indentured servants, it was created here. It's sort of like apartheid. Slavery is like apartheid going bolo. It's the blueprint for all of that shit because slavery existed throughout antiquity in some form or fashion. Somebody beat somebody and conquered them and took over their shit. It just, big bank take little bank. It is what it is. But to be a business, to be systematic slavery, that shit is different. You understand what I'm saying? If you can understand, you'll come and say, "But Africans so Africans." True indeed. Know what I mean, everybody so everybody because it was systematic. It was the business. It was no less selling. No, like when the stock market had its birth, the two things that was neck and neck and kept fluctuating as the most expensive thing was tulips and people. You know, understand what I'm saying? Smash that like y'all. Share me out. Share me out. Neuroscience. Where you from, neuroscience? Is this neuroscience from BK? Everybody was slaves. Check out the Vandals. They were slave masters. They worked with black people and Arabs, which were black people. Arabs is another way of saying of separating too. Arabs didn't exist either. Arabs did not exist. The word Arabic existed because Phoenicia was all off of the Arabic Peninsula on the Levant, and those letters. I mean, chilling, Montrese. What's up with you, Tim? You say, "Well, I got a condom on my head because your mama got a big pussy," and I mean, I'm still gonna protect myself. Ah, smash that light. Me last you long time. Smash that like though. Did you do that? You came in here with that bullshit. Did you do that? Did you do that? Do that? You from Queens? Okay, what part of Queens you from? Queens get the money. What part of Queens, family? Is this my G that used to know Miss That used to politic with Miss 702? Because if it is, drop your link, man, so they can know where you at. Let me put a jacket on you too. Anyway, just being East Coast, y'all won. Y'all celebrating New York. Got a reason to smile, man. Put a jacket on you. Oh, from Queens. Yeah, a couple of my homies from Queens. Far walk away. Know what I'm saying? Okay, you from South Side. Okay. You from the back blocks. Merrick, Guy Brewer, uh Baisley, where you from over there on that side? I know you got some Jamaican or Guyanese or something in your background. Smash that like, man. Shout out all my peoples out there on the south side. You probably from the back blocks of Merrick. Everybody like to say they from Guy Brewer. I know you gonna keep it real. Where you from? And was you G Unit of Lost Boys? Yeah, shout out New York. Shout out Donald Trump. It's his birthday today. And shout out New York. They got their ring last night. That motherfucking them Mets jerseys off the fucking chain now. The price of that. I mean, I said the Mets. They are the Y'all remember the New York Mets? Do they still play? You know, I watch sports. What's the guys that won last night? Are they the Mets? The Knickerbockers. My bad. No disrespect. Some New Yorker just spit his fucking quarter water out, threw his fucking Nathan's on the motherfucking ground, ready to goddamn go slap me with a goddamn on Junior's cheesecake. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, for me saying that shit, but my bad. I mean, fuck Trump and Camelo. Damn. Did y'all take a picture of it? Space Dust? Send me that picture. Send me a video of that shit, man. What did y'all do with it? Did y'all catch and release? Smash that like y'all. You say what a dumb question, gold member. Okay. Most of us was LB fam, Lost Boys. If you from over there by Baisley Projects on the other side, most likely you was a family. If you was the Rochdale, most likely you was G Unit alone. Okay. LB fam. Yeah, Cheeks and them, you know, Cheeks had a lot of ties to Virginia too. Matter of fact, I know you're familiar with Lights Camera Action, that song. Missy and them, but Missy is from my area, you know, loosely know her, don't know her like, hey, what's up, Missy? I know who she is, though. I know where she freak. I know where she from. I mean, her peoples is my peoples, but Bink Dog Roosevelt, me and him was like this in the 6th grade. Literally, when we were like 12 years old. I I like to tell the story that he had a surprise party. His mom and his sister and his granny, they was real, I mean, supporters of that black man. He started playing drums at the church. I mean, old Roosevelt. And his sister Sean, beautiful black queen, was like a what's that when they had the majorettes and all that stuff? Fine as a motherfucker. His mom and his grandma, good as gold. They used to drink like this shit called hot milk. That shit smelled horrible. It tasted good. His cousin Carl and them was cool as hell. We did a video back in the day when they had a VHS camera when they was kids, and we did a little video with some music in the background because Bink always grew up listening to music. We did the din da da din do do. Then me and his cousin Carl did lip syncing that shit because we was battling each other. This was before he was even making beats. This was probably a year or two before he started probably really getting deep into that. But you know, that's where his musical background come from. The guy Binky that made that lights camera action. Roosevelt, he was a drummer in the church, man. Good cat, man. He came up in the hood, but the hood after he shut his door, he was straight on some other shit, man. On the shit that can help develop a mind like his. He did it now that 1-800 that hustler shit too with Jay-Z and them. 1-900 hustler with Jay-Z, Benny Siegel and all that shit. That nigga can go with them beats, fam. Yeah, Big Dog. I know him personally. I told you, me and him done hung out. I done stayed over at his house. I mean, I don't even think he ever been in my house, but I used to go over there because it was a refuge of peace back then. I was around 12, you know what I mean? Whatever was going on, that when I went there, after they shut their door, it was chill. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Cheeks. Mr. Cheeks, he closely associated with our area though. He got kin folks here. I mean, his family is here. Yeah, Cheeks, good cat. He be down here now, I mean, him and Spliff Star too. Spliff Star from Busta Rhymes from Troy Ave. Not the rapper Troy Ave, because Troy Ave is actually a street in BK. Spliff Star, he used to be down here too, riding on a little ass motorbike can. If you know what a motorbike can, them little ass bikes, yeah. Oh yeah, my daddy from Richmond. I mean, he from Richmond. My daddy live in Richmond. And he used to live in New York too. Right across there where they built that Barclays at in Brooklyn. Where all the Dominicans used to be. My pops was up there for years. Then he moved to the capital, Richmond, of Virginia. You said it was self. It was not self defense. The entire thing is sad and horrible for all the right. It was some kid shit though. Two kids, Stacy. Two kids clash. Richmond, that's a tough town. It's the capital. It should be a little bit more laid back. But with anything that's a capital, it's the hustle bustle. If you looking for laid back, don't go to Richmond. Outside of it, it's laid back and fast paced. It's like chasing the dragon, cocaine and heroin. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, if you looking for laid back, don't go to Richmond. Go a little further out, maybe. But shit, you still gonna find in Richmond. They got heroin there. That shit move like a Philadelphia, New York, especially if you trying to indulge in that underbelly. You better be ready, family. But I say they need to move the capital, man, more to the 757 area. Smash that like, man. Anthony versus Metcalf. Are the parents to blame? What was the parents in all of this? I think maybe the brother should get some help other than 35 years in jail, right? Where's the rehabilitation in that? Know what I mean? Nobody said nothing about that. Um, Neuroscience. You know, Fat Cat, two sons and his daughter was down here in the 757 area too. I think his sons came down here and did some Fat Cat shit. Yep, they was down here in the Va Beach area. Smash that like Salty Alaskan says, I don't blame Carmelo for carrying a knife. I blame him for pulling it out prematurely. Nah, sometimes you got to think ahead. You never know what he was feeling. He might have felt uncomfortable. I grew up with one of his children. He lived on 133rd Street in Linden Boulevard. Okay, okay, okay. on the Boulevard of Linden. So I know you a motherfucking Tribe Called Quest head. Who you think was better, Q-Tip or the 5 footer? Or they accented each other? Okay, okay. You grew up everywhere, like where they were shooting Belly at. Ah, smash that like. So your soundtrack to life was LL Cool J, MC Shan, Run DMC, Supreme Team, the Corley Brothers, Fat Cat Nichols, the Bobos. Know what I'm saying? I feel you. French in them, Queen's Posse. Know what I mean? What's good, Aaron Dixon? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Salute for that. What's goody? Forensic says so. If you start shit and get your ass beat, it's self defense. But if you defend yourself and get the win, you're a killer. Right. Q-Tip was way more smoother. Fight Dog might have been a little bit more Liverpool. No, it's and Fight Dog was a little bit emotional too. I'll say Q-Tip is the voice, Fife is the heart. The other dudes, who was it? Was it Jarabi and Muhammad Ahmed? Nah, Jason Dude grew up in Baton Rouge. His people just bought a house with the lawyer money, everybody's saying. But Carmelo ain't grew up in the suburbs. You wrong. He grew up in Baton Rouge, in New Orleans, and spots like that. Yo, Neuro, I got you. When I was young, I thought I was goddamn going Cool G rap mixed with a little Big Daddy Kane. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I just finished listening to little. I got the joint on for Cool. I got the Versace's on for G Rap because he talked to that mafioso, and also for Biggie. I'm clocking your Versace watching you, but the this in reference to the thug niggas like Tupac and Big Daddy Kane is the first one to rock the Nefertiti though. Yeah, I just finished listening to Cool G Rap. When I was 5 years old, I realized it was a road. At the end, I would win lots of pots of gold. Never took a break, never made a mistake to be a millionaire. I worked for years. Some night I sat in tears as my prayer. Work hard times and even part times in the seafood store sweeping floors for dimes. And all my manpower for $4 an hour. It took my time and wrote rhymes in the shower. My shoes get scuffed, but the roads get rough. So I'm a rocket because my pockets ain't stuffed enough. And, yo, that's from the 80s. That's Cool G Rap. That was one of my mantras when I was a kid. Get money. Every day I play that shit. I just finished playing that shit before I live streamed. You know what I mean? Just to give me that positive mantra. That's what it is. I know how you came up. Gonzalez, bubble gooses. Did you ever used to take your triple fat goose and switch it inside out so that the triple fat was like the MCM? You know what I mean? Like the pattern on the MCM pocketbooks and shit. Smash that like y'all. Yeah, look, knowledge is wisdom. Know what I mean, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and this for Elijah Muhammad. Yep, and everybody that used to be like, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. B equals MC. Know what I mean, we all know the little joint with Einstein, but this is black equals money corp. It won't rock if I don't make it pop. You feel me? Smash that like. Cool G Rap to me is like, yeah, Cool G Rap first started talking that gangster shit, and then the follow up was somebody out there South Bronx, KRS One with that criminal minded. But Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane and them, they was innovative, and they also started so many different genres with their style of dress and stuff, like with the Dapper Dan suits and stuff. Those fashion houses didn't even have fucking menswear lines with no silk short set with their logo going. That was Dapper Dan, the mind of a motherfucking man with his back against the wall with a plan trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like. And so is Metcalf. Jeff Metcalf is the scumbag too. Salty. Coogee rapping Polo. You know what I mean? Polo was on that Godfather shit. You know, and once I read the book Godfather, I kind of understood his music. Rakim is in that vein too. They talk that Godfather shit. But Like The Godfather is about family. Is a crime family, no doubt, but it's family first and foremost, and it's different aspects of the family and people playing different parts in the family. You know what I mean? And they got different stories, but it's all to one family, the Corleones. And I read it in that aspect, not really like it's a mafia shit. I read it in aspect of like people read the Bible because that's all the Bible is somebody's family, a genealogy. The Old Testament is. I mean, on DoorDash, you say 35% off on Father's Day alcohol. Wow, you want to get the fathers fucked up? Yeah, know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? You know what I mean? Arctic adjuster. You feel me? I know you do because you just wrote it. You can understand it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm about to post that. That's dope, Arctic. You took your time to write that. That means you pressed. What's up with you? A good morning. Arctic adjuster. Smash that like I like that. Know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Ah, that's a whole fucking song right there. I'm not really sure if anyone heard of Capital Steez. Yeah, Capital Steez, man. Capital Steez was with Joy Badass. He had the dreads. He was more the ODB of the group, and then Joy Badass got on. Is that who y'all talking about? Is that who I might be wrong? Who knows, Chelsea? We'll never know. Now he got 35 years, and Austin ain't even here to tell his side. Who knows? Nas is a blend of yep, Tragedy Gaddafi is like that. Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Gucci. Right. Tragedy Gaddafi. Let's not forget, goddamn it, the goddamn going what do you call itself? The what tragedy called itself? The intelligent hoodlum and the mufti, the imam something. Yeah, what do you call that now that's real now that's some motherfucking music right there. That's a genre. It's like when you say the pot belly Gucci man, Tragedy Gaddafi is the mixtape, the real street life of Queens. Prodigy and them used to roll with him. E Money Bags, everybody. He was really out there, and you know what I mean. That's when that's reality rap. Mob Deep is semi-reality rap because they got a big record deal, and some of that stuff went bolo, but it really wasn't the essence of it. I mean, especially because Prodigy was adopted into Queens. Havoc is actually from the PJs. When they say Killer Black, that's Havoc brother. He got killed. You know what I'm saying? But he killed somebody and had went on the run. Yeah, Capital Steez. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. Capital Steez was with Joey Badass, right? Yeah, he I don't know if Joey Badass sacrificed him, but something happened because as soon as he left, that guy blew up. Joey Badass, and y'all notice he never really done nothing that was like he played on the RZA and on the Wu Tang shit. See, he good for stuff like that because he's New York. But it all seems like, you know what I mean, they control the narrative of the Wu too. What's the obvious answer? Gold member, and welcome back in. You just said that same shit or something similar to it earlier. Nah, I think he was 17 years old, so why did he get sentenced as a juvenile and maybe some rehabilitation? The foul Mahdi. Yeah. Yeah, remember he had that song called Assassinate the President and they was on his ass. Tragedy Gaddafi. Tragedy Gaddafi was one of the only niggas that answered the West Coast too when Tupac was talking that shit. He got Mob Deep. He had Mob Deep and them niggas together. They was the only niggas that answered the fucking West Coast when that shit popped off. Niggas don't really know hip hop. They had that motherfucking LA hey, got Uncle Queens nigga. Yeah, yeah. Smash that like Garage Days. This guy. Yeah, this guy. Smash that like for this guy. I mean, was Carmelo wrong for having that knife, y'all? That's the top of the conversation. Everything else is a cool sidebar. He was 17 years old too. Gold member, you got to understand it. And he didn't stab him in the back. He stabbed him in the chest, so they were mano a mano. It was an intimate situation. Now, I mean, the tingling and twisted they got involved was intimate. Smash that like, man. We on the road to 100 in this live stream, man. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Oh, yeah. You was in court with the killer bee when he beat his murder charge. Okay. Killer B. Can you catch me up on who Killer B is, Neuro? Killer B, is he from Staten Island? Joey Badass took Capital Steve's logo and idea and got a copywritten, and his sister and them took Joe and his mom. Right. It all seems something crazy, man, because I'm telling you, they was looking at Capital Steve's, not Joey Badass. He was a member of the group Capital Steve. Who was a new era? That was the name of their shit, New Era, man. Right, because Capital Steve's was like an ODB type of joint. All the greats are. They free spirits. Yeah, but he was nicer and he was more acceptable in the community. Joey Badass, wanted to have all the trappists. Remember, he came out. I never understood why he came out doing a remake of some old music. It did not work. They had a special market for Joey Badass. They was trying to, then they switched it back up, so they further implemented him into hip hop, like they made him the RZA in that Wu Tang joint, as well as the dude Gravy is Biggie, and but he's done nothing else but a bunch of dope ass Tubi movies. He's still making his bread, but he's in obscurity, and they still set the tone for who Biggie was with the dude Gravy. That's what Joey Badass doing with the RZA shit. I don't know why he ain't testify. Insufficient counsel. Okay, Bobito Scratch. Yeah, Bobito scratching them is the first place a lot of people heard a bunch of shit. Them Puerto Rican niggas. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Man, I seen some of the greats perform. Your MC Shans, your Cool J's, even the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, uh, Cool Mo D. I just seen Curtis Blow perform with a fucking big ass S curl, young as fuck at the rec center. This is when they won't get in the big venues. They was coming. They was doing the real chitlin circuit where they would come to your rec center. I mean, especially if the person that ran your rec center or somebody in your area was a DJ and they knew them, they will hook that shit up. I mean, shout out the record store. I grew up. They had Frankie's Got It, man. I mean, shout out to Soul Ranger from WIP. Daddy Jack Holmes used to wake your ass up in the morning. Get up from there. All my people, and I'm looking for that because I want that whole little joint they used to have coming on in the morning for my motherfucking podcast. You feel me? Smash that like y'all. Shut me out, man. He didn't testify because someone probably gave him the bright idea not to testify. When you don't testify, most of they're going to do is convict you. Right. And then they're gonna convict you off for what they believe, not what you said. That's crazy. I don't really care if he had a knife, says Justin, but you can't just start stabbing people during an argument. It wasn't an argument. It was a beef. Went past the argument. Killer B, aka KB, was Havy's brother. Okay, Killer Black. Okay. You put the B on it because in the song, they Killer Black. Okay. And was it really over a Walkman piece family? They said it was over a Walkman or something, a radio. Yeah, he committed suicide. But I saw a joint where Tragedy was saying they tried to link him to that shit. Okay, when you were saying Killer B. Okay, got you, family. Because we had got off in that Wu Tang shit. Wu Tang. So now I said, wow, Killer B. What's Killer B from New Wu Tang? But I got you now, my man, Killer Black. No, it did not, sir. Watermelon fella crossed the line. Shrimp, can you tell me what a watermelon felon is? Whatever beef they had didn't have the level of using deadly force. Well, you got to tell that to Carmelo because he used deadly force. And maybe he was just using force. It wasn't even not necessarily deadly. Might have been malicious, but deadly. Maybe he didn't foresee that. Notice how Carney and Starmer speech. Well, all of them ain't no but some Democratic socialists. And later on, when I go live, that's what we're gonna be discussing. Who really is in charge? Are we living under a president who is for the people, or are we living under a warmonger who is practicing and express commander in chief? It's just like guns and butter. He has to decide whether he gonna give out a bunch of butter, which is subsidies to the people, infrastructure stability, or is he gonna buy a bunch of guns, sell some weapons, and create, war? the fuel, the war machine. Smash that like, fam. You don't like people dying over race. Was it really race or just two young boys, man, bucking? I used to rap out of Vegas like that too. And a brother named Oslo. We used to go to a brother named Flamboyant Studio. He used to be DJ for Honest. Okay, okay. The other all the brothers, I don't know, never heard of them, but Honest and Ali Vegas. Damn, Ali Vegas was like that. It was Ali Vegas. It was Chi Ali, Ali Vegas. Um, damn, it was a collective. They was hitting them clue tapes and all that shit like a motherfucker. Ali Vegas had a banger out at one time. I used to bump around 97, 98. It was half a meal, half a meal. Y'all remember half a meal? Wow, Ali Vegas half a meal. It was some spitters out there. That's when Capone and Noriega could rap. Noriega is another one. He sold out too. But yeah, Ali Vegas was like that. Russell Dixon says, yes, Trump shift from the imperial military system. They are so mad that Trump can make, you know what I mean? But I kind of understand it though. And that's really why he dealing with China like that. Y'all wondering why they're not going to go to war? Because the military is talking behind the scenes. And we're more Asia friendly now as opposed to being European friendly. We done traded in the cold ass Atlantic Ocean and everything that's going on over there, and we switching up to the. Now, I mean, everybody like to relax and kick back in the blue waters of the Pacific. I mean, and we'll even delve into the Mediterranean. Oh, you know what I mean? I see it. America is leaning more towards Asian frenemies, as opposed of old allies like Europe. Sometimes it happens, man. Friends grow out of favor, fam. But that's what we're gonna be talking about later. Um, is Trump the president or is he the commander in chief? Yeah, Europe is shady and they need to stand on their own 2 feet. I watch a bunch of their leaders say that. So say what you mean what you say. So get on it. That's what I say. Well, he caught a murder case. It was over a Walkman. Yeah, I told you I heard it, but they say he committed because somebody laced his blunt. Right, and then they had speculation on who laced the blunt. But I know, yeah, they say he was on the run. You know, Mobb Deep made a song about it. One of the coolest shit about the Mobb Deep music was their soundtrack and their background shit. You got to catch it. Like when dude came in, who was that? The rapper Noid, and said, "Hey, bust on the roof, get it." You know what I mean? That's real because we. If you ever been in the streets, you know what I mean. That's exactly how it went down. I mean, like even when the Wu Tang having that discussion on their joint. Oh, you ain't got my killer tape. That joint, you know what I mean, is real. The skits that used to be in the background was real life. Someone was saying the last person that seen him was, yep, Tragedy Gaddafi. They went upstairs to get, and and the next thing you know, they heard a big bang in the bathroom. Wow, ain't that crazy? Smash that like y'all. Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife? Mob Deep definitely had a big impact on my life. We live and we learn. Yeah, that Mob Deep music was like that back then. You know what I'm saying? Can't find a shorty the truth you be with. They was like that. Hey, Mob Deep, I played them all the time too. That fucking shook ones. Even that shit with Lil Kim. A lot of people don't understand it and they call it rap music. Well, hip hop, which we call it lifestyle because everything they're talking about, we experienced it in some form of fashion or one of our peoples did. And back then you couldn't talk that shit if it wasn't real. Yeah, but he was out there running around. Oh, he was from Hempstead, Long Island. Yeah, he was adopted by Queens. Them OGs, twinning them, adopted him. They adopted him. I mean, I get it. I was a Mobb Deep fan. I started off listening to Black Moon because my cousin came through. The first time I ever smoked weed was listening to the Bugtown, home and I heard all these joints when they was mixtapes, probably the same time you heard them. But I was, you know what I mean, on the scene of rap. Remember when it wasn't no hip hop, it was rap, it was mixtapes. You know what I mean? Big Mike and them. And it started from the reggae dubs, remember? It wasn't even mixtapes, it was reggae dubs. That's how they got reggae pumped into America so quickly by them tapes. Potter used to be in Jamaica Avenue promoting an album. Always knew it was him because of his limp and the stocking cap on his head. He's okay. But Prodigy came from a little paper and structure. His family, his granny, you know what I mean? But yeah, lifestyle music. We done ran through them hallways with the 40 belows on in the army certified suits, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, come on. Neuro, if you know, you know. We don't troop, you know what I mean? We've been handcuffed on back of a bus 40 of a bus. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. You know what I mean? Or we seen when Dada first was popular, or Mecca, the t-shirts with Mecca on them. We know the difference between a triple fat goose, a Jekyll goose, task force. Know what I mean, we know the difference between Sakuni and Etonics. You know, Lee Sport. Politicking right now, Gator. Some people coming in with their opinion on was Carmelo wrong, but for now we was taking it way, way back. We just politicking now. Sometimes you have to get off the bad shit to even deal with the bad shit. Take a breather from it because it'll cause confusion amongst Americans where we looking for uh unity. It'll cause division. People will come in. He was a. They were You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to come in with a solution, let's do this about the situation. So yeah, we just took a little step back from it. For anybody that's never been to Queens, all they have to do is just look at Mob Deep Video Prodigy Talk. Yeah, he Queens. I remember that fucking movie they had was like that. That little movie they had. I even like dude from Fire Rock. Um, what's the one that wrote a Superb? He wrote a lot of Ghostface Killer shit. Smash that light. Yeah, his grandma was a famous dance instructor. Hence the on the Summer Jam screen with the leotards on and shit. He came from a little culture. Ain't no wrong with that though. And that's to show you that it just doesn't products of a good background no matter what. You're gonna do what you want to do. Yeah, murder music, Jamal. What's going on, Jamal Robinson? Salute. That murder music was like that. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I really got back on my mob shit. Because when I was too busy doing the shit Mob Deep was doing. As well as remember Honest came out with Slam. There's some young boys around my way went to a football game and beat the shit out of somebody off of Slam because that's when they was instituting the mosh pit shit into the black culture. Know what I mean? But on my Mob Deep shit, my nigga named Punkin used to live next door to me. And he was straight Queens Bridge, and he from Va Beach. Know what I mean? He grew up with like one of his closest friends. What's the nigga that shot himself? The dark skinned cat. He shot himself, the football player. But I had got in trouble and come back home, and I kept hearing somebody playing Mob Deep next door, my room next to his room. Know what I mean? I kept hearing Mob Deep every day. The shook one joke, you know what I mean? That's all the real mob shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Queensbridge side of things. And I hit the wall when they boom turn that shit up. Man, I told him come to the door. Fam came to the door with some fucking beef and broccoli Tim's on. Bushy Method Man fade, temple with the fro, smoking on the blunt, hand me the joint. Know what I mean, I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke with other people. Y'all know I smoke daily, but handing me the joint, you know what I mean, puffed it like, man, he was my next door neighbor, dude. That shit was crazy. His name Punkin. He wasn't even, he was just a Mob Deep representative, man. That Queensbridge shit, he was about that life with that music. He probably was about 18 or 19. And this was like in 2005 or 6. Me and him still are friends today. He's not my neighbor no more, but that's how I got back up on it. And he used to speak the Dunny language. He used to hit me with the Dun language and everything. He used to be like, nah, Dun. He was a big light skinned cat. You know, Prodigy was a little dude, but oh, big funky man. Yeah, smash that like, man. What up? What up with you, Jimmy? What up, brother? Brother. Plexico, Plexico Burns. Yeah, my boy Punkin grew up with him. When Plexico got his deal, it was an old head that lived in. I lived in a cul-de-sac. It was an old head that lived out there by the name of Jimmy, light skinned nigga with a cane. He had a little son and his woman. They lived out there where I lived. And when Plexico got his money, he came and hollered like my nigga Punkin. And this old head named Jimmy. Plexico had one of them old school kind of Hummers. You know how when the Hummer came out, it did like a long ass Wrangler Jeep type of situation. He went and bought one of those and a Jaguar. He gave his mama and them the Jaguar. And you know, motherfuckers that get money, they all and that was the coincidentally one of the Hummers that they had on the Cash Money video at the time that was popping. But he went and bought when he came out there and he picked up the old dude Jimmy, put some money in his pocket, and you know what I mean, let him bask in his glory and ride around. Like that was cool. Plesco Burris a real cat. He's from the city of Virginia Beach. Yeah, I was living out that way when he got his money from the soup from the NFL. I still say he fucked himself up, but shit, we fuck up. Know what I mean? It's like that. But yeah, he came to scoop Jimmy up and they went riding around and shit. Cause Jimmy was his OG, I guess. But yeah, Plexico, no matter what he did, we fuck up. That's a lot of times a lot of motherfuckers can't get over it. Not because they can't get over it, but people won't allow them to get over it. You know what I'm saying? You can do 1,000 things good in your life, 1,000 things. You can work with Mother Teresa, feed the poor in Bangladesh. You can go to Europe, you know what I'm saying? And help them got there going make cheese and got there going Norway. You can go, you know what I mean, study at the hollow halls in the footsteps of Harvard. You can do all this good shit, but one bad thing will ruin it all. Like they one bad thing. That shit is crazy, man. And that's what's wrong. We got this isolationist shit that we've been taught. The herd, whatever the herd says, we got to trend with them. They don't like you, we don't like you. I mean, they eating avocados from Mexico, they eating avocados from Mexico. Okay, you got a Netflix account, I got a Netflix account. I mean, well, I got Disney too. Well, I got Disney too. You got a blue truck, I got a blue truck. Till it start being repetitious, you understand? We got to get back into the intellectual frame of mind that were created to, you know what I mean? We too much the herd mentality. We got to get a bunch of free thinkers together, man, to resolve this issue. And that, you know what I mean, that's what I'm providing a platform for free thinkers. Smash that like, but yeah, Queens, that's a whole different genre and rap, and that, you know what I mean. Smash it, Flexico bars. Shout out everybody coming through, showing BMC that support. Hey yo, let me tell y'all a dope. Let me tell y'all a dope channel if y'all into hip hop. Somebody that's hip hop lore. Y'all ever heard the song by Pusha T? Snitch. Sorry, nigga. I'm just trying to come home. Well, you know, it's folklore. I don't even know if this, but I'm just saying because that's how some of y'all only know about shit like from stuff like that. But the actual kingpin dude that Pusha T and them did business with, he wasn't even a kingpin. He was a businessman, shall we say? Kingpin is some dude in the Marvel comic books. He was a get money man. He was a money. Let's say the money man. His name is Tony Gonzalez, Tony G, as they call him, and he got a podcast right now called The Conversation, where he giving everybody a real deep look into street life and different things that happen, and even being the plug or the connect type of situations because he wasn't no street level cat. He was a businessman, shall we say? And yeah, it's pretty dope. It's called The Conversation, The Convo. You know, just put in Tony G. That's Pusha T and the manager, road manager. He was down with Pharrell and them. You know what I mean? He did a lot of other dope shit, but you know what I mean. He's his claim to fame is he's supposed to have got knocked off selling all this weight and all this stuff, and they say maybe got compromised, but who hasn't in that game? So I'm not even. I'm just telling you the story. So you know what I mean. Don't be surprised if it's a lot of intrigue. But I'm telling you something, bro got something over there. He dropping knowledge. I mean, y'all the wisdom and there's plenty understanding, especially if you come from that background. There's a deep dive into it. I deal with the politics. What's going on? He dealing with what's going on, that street life, and really, when I look at it, is in a corporate structure. Some of that stuff is based in that, but what he talking is, self empowerment, self improvement. He's proving that it ain't all kilos and machine guns and Benzes. Some of it is stocks, bonds. Unrealized gains. You better get over there and put some money on SpaceX. You know what I'm saying? See, they didn't teach all that stuff in school, and outside of school, they taught us like evidently to put knives and stuff. And I will say that's what they taught us in the hood. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. So I understand the Carmelo Anthony thing. They didn't teach me in school about that cryptocurrency was coming. What they said was, I did hear somewhat the South was rising again. It was the southern migration of Spanish people. That's why they was teaching us Spanish. And y'all know the South rose again, but now we're speaking Spanish. But they didn't teach me all that stuff about stocks and bonds and dividends and what to invest in and um mortgages and what I got to do when I get, what I should be looking at and what I should be looking for. What's a 2.5 or 1.5 or, do y'all know what a 2.5 is? If somebody say, I'm looking for a 4.2.5, what is a 4.2.5? Smash that like. Okay, go check it out. Tony Gonzalez. It's called The Conversation on the Convo. He dope. He really did that. His story is crazy. You know what I mean? His story is crazy. What you start off doing, not necessarily has to be what you're gonna end up doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope though. I had a link out there for him. But I don't know the brother like that, but I know the brother like that because he's from the area, from the folklore and just seeing him around and knowing the background and the people where he was from. He from humble beginnings. He is a humble brother. We fall down, but like the dude say, Don McClurkin, we get up. And I understand it, you know. It was just that life. Sometimes you switch who you are every 5 or 6 years anyway. If you're the same person you was 5 years ago, there's no growth and development at all. So I say revamp, tear down the structure, and start over again. Smash that like, man. Carmelo, man, he was 17 when he committed this crime. I'm not gonna say it was murder. I'm gonna say it was mutual combatants. That's my opinion. It was mutual combatants. Two young men engaging, caught up in the throes of, death, seemingly a death struggle. But it would happen all so quick. He could have been fighting a cobra. You know what I mean? It couldn't have happened no faster. The same way, you know what I mean? So I would say fighting a cobra, he must have flinched because a cobra ain't gonna bite you unless you look like you about to do something to him. That's what I'm saying. We forget they were standing face to face. He didn't stab this man in the back. He stabbed him in the heart. And Carmelo Anthony was not that tall over dude. Dude was 6'2". Carmelo Anthony was 5'8". His reach was probably that. So they had to be up in close quarters for somebody to get up on you. Sometimes you react. I mean, sometimes that's why you got punched in the face because you didn't react. I'm not saying stab somebody with a knife, but sometimes you react the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he not necessarily murdered the guy. The guy died from, the puncture wound, not from him murdering him. Okay, that was an intimate kill, right? They need to teach kids. Them family trust is becoming popular now. They have a family trust or a company trust or a neighborhood trust of putting your money in like in a pool. Pools and REITs, y'all. You know what I mean? Where you invest in these up and coming things. A lot of people, Nas from Queens just invested in the casinos. Jay-Z tried to do it. I think Jay-Z was really trying to get too big. He was trying to do it in Times Square somewhere. But ain't no other way to do it but big. So salute Jay Z for even attempting. We got 47 likes. It's 13 of y'all in here. Double tap the stream, man. We on to 100. It's fluctuating. It's 10 of y'all now. This shit fluctuating like cryptocurrency. Smash that like, family. Neuroscience, for real, family. Did you used to politic with Miss 702? I think I know who you are. Let me see. I think I check out. And if you got content, drop your link, lowercase BMC, man. Oh yeah, this the homie. What's up? I know exactly who you are. Hustling. You a hustler too. You be with the Africans and everybody on Linden or wherever you be at. I be seeing you hustling. Yeah, man. I know exactly. I be checking out your content, my G. Drop your link as many times as you need to, man. That's what it is, family. That one, I don't allow the algorithm to break up your friendship. That seems like it's happening. That was a dope one. I just saw that. When I saw the thumbnail, I didn't see the video. Okay, my G, salute, salute. What's been up with you? I know exactly who you are, man. You get it in. Y'all get over there and check out that brother content. You know what I mean? Oh, Cosmology Bay. You know what? That's crazy. Me and you politic with Cosmology Bay one time online. Right. Okay, okay. Salute. I know definitely who you are now. I'm getting you mixed up with the Cosmology Bay with the situation with Miss 702. They were good friends at one time. Speaking of one of my brothers, nephew says Camelo in that cell regretting leaving that house with that blade. I bet you he is. I bet you he is. He's in there regretting that shit, man. I would. I mean, it happens to the best of us. How many times have you did something lunching out and you say, God damn, got to be more careful. Hey, neuroscience, look, one time, you know, Fat Cat daughter had one of my homeboys yapped up too, man. Y'all quiz motherfuckers. Wow, his daughter had one of my niggas got that go duct taped. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, you were saying at Cosmology Bay, my brother, thanks family. You know, neuroscience. I'm tripping. I read that shit as at Cosmology Bay is my brother. Thanks family. That's why I said speaking of my brother because one of my nephews came in here. That's crazy. Okay, Cosmology Bay. Salute. Oh, so you ain't heard from her because I remember she used to be heavy on the net, but then she fell off. But wherever she is, send nothing but blessings, family. Okay, Cosmology Bay. That's what it is. A fellow scientist too. That's what it is. I knew it when I seen that neuroscience. I said I just saw one of his posts. I had looked at it and said that was an interesting post. Cosmology Bay. You ever look at the YouTube? You ever look at your YouTube channel on a laptop and go into the YouTube studio and there's a thing that says Ask Studio and ask them to give your channel um like a report card, and they'll give you some crazy information that'll make your shit boom. I'm telling you, it's right there for y'all, man, for y'all content creators, man. What's the favorite like right now in New York with the Carmelo stuff, man? Because I know y'all coming off a win, the Knickerbockers. I said the Mets earlier, but it's that orange. And y'all know that the Knickerbockers, since with the orange, is similarly the note into the Irish and the Italians and the immigrants. The immigrants just won in New York. Y'all don't even realize that. A Knickerbocker, they didn't have money to buy the fucking pants. They had to goddamn get the short pants. A lot of people from the old country, immigrants, jumped off the boat in Ellis Island with the Knickerbockers on. That's what Knickerbockers are. Them little pants with some of them got the button on them. The immigrants. Know what I mean, chilling, DB, just politicking. The Knickerbockers just won the immigrants, and they got a Democratic Socialist mayor right now. Y'all about to get off the chain. Immigrants just won in New York, family. If you know your history and know what a Knickerbocker is, there's super tension here in New York. You got Chinese against the blacks, the whites against the blacks. Like everybody is getting along and going to war. That's crazy. Yeah, aka Kulaks. What's going on, BK? Now you know the Kulaks is more Brighton Beach, Ukrainian, Russian. You know what I mean? Polish. Them wide leg pants. That's them Kulaks. Remember, Mama had them Kulaks on in the '70s doing her motherfucking thing with them long ass boots, them long black boots, or them burgundy Agner boots with them Kulaks on. That's more that motherfucking Eastern European. The Knickerbockers was what like Hitler and them wearing the lederhosen, the Bavarians lederhosen. You know what I mean? When you were in your youth, or it came out of that's what they could afford, short pants. They couldn't afford the rest of the leg. Well, maybe he needed the night before he went to the trap meet. What's up with you, BK? Okay, slow motion better than no motion. Oatmeal better than no meal. How you be king? I'm chilling, family. Just politicking, man. Trying to get this conversation held about this Carmelo stuff. And have y'all heard about the family, man? Did the mother and father really buy a house with this guy money in a car that he should have been getting his representation? Because now that the case is over, the appeal lawyer still have to be paid. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna need commissary to maintain. He's still something, you know what I mean? He's still family, he still does exist. So that's what we got to look at. We thinking he's in jail, he's not, he don't matter no more. He matters the most now because out of that he could possibly get killed. I don't think so because when he is in there for poking somebody, so he's going to the land of the knife. And then if it's right minded brothers in there, they'll maybe steer him this way to either bilk him for being a face out there in the minor, or either help him because of that, knowing that he's a vulnerable person in prison just because of his celebrity. You know what I mean? Sort of like the TK situation. I don't know what TK's doing because he was in there for some gangster shit. This guy is in there for making a mistake. That's what we got there gonna separate the English from Dutch, man. His mom and dad ain't sold him out, Helen. Maybe they ain't have no understanding on money either, and probably thought he had it in the bag because the seriousness in just losing a life. You know, they from Baton Rouge. They not really from that area. They from New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Louisiana is different. You know what I mean? Death is different there. You know what I mean? It happened even faster and quicker in all walks of life. So you got to understand what's their background and stop. You know what I mean? Just we looking at the top layer and that's what we going off of. You know what I mean? All this stuff is a learned behavior, as well as Austin Metcalf. It was a learned behavior to be a bully and to run up and thinking that they're gonna fight and probably best them because Carmelo was littler than him. So he would have beat him in the fight, run up, but he didn't know Carmelo was from if you littler than the next motherfucker, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. I'm not saying it was right for Carmelo to poke him. I'm saying it was bound to happen. You know what I mean? Different styles of fighting. You know what I mean? Wing Chun and what's that shit? Chuck Norris did. He couldn't beat Bruce Lee. It's two different styles of fighting. You understand what I'm saying? Go read the book of the Five Rings, Musashi. It'll explain it all, family. Sometimes he fought people. They had long ass swords. He had a wooden stick. You feel me? It just is what it is, family. Two mutual combatants. Just one stacked the deck, man. Not saying he was right or wrong, saying both of them was wrong, being two young testosterone crazed motherfuckers, man. Austin Metcalf was not a bully. He was a team leader. Sometimes the team leader is the bully. Only the strong survive, and that's what it takes to get the team in shape. You might be the motherfucker that can whoop them into the shape. You know what I mean? The wagon mule driver, the centurion ain't never been known to be weak. The leader, you know what I mean? The centurion, he always got to be hardcore. He carry that motherfucking shit. His shit go that way. That lets you know he beyond motherfucking reproach. So yeah, the leader, he probably was a bully. Motherfuckers don't listen to soft leaders unless it's something that they can get out of them, like sex or money. That's when they listen to a soft nigga. But other than that, is you know what I mean? Bow your heads. You feel me? Smash that like y'all. This is crazy to me. They both lost their sons. My son sold the white boy a bad bag of fentanyl, and the white boy died. So now my son doing wow. And your son got a story to tell because he didn't kill him with a knife or a gun. He killed him by helping him. God, they're gonna resolve his choices because that white boy had a choice to go and seek your son out, and your son had a choice to God, they're going sell him it. So everybody got choices, but it's the repercussions and consequences in the end that you'll have to suffer with. I went through it as a youth until I learned that, you know what I mean? Some of this shit got to be pinpointed and carefully guided because you are at stake, your life and your well being. So you should take the most pride in that, making sure that you good. You know what I mean? Texas law states force must be met with equal force. Salute the law of the land is an eye for an eye, dude. Stories like this happen all the time, but they are diff race people. Yup, yup. What's up, Cam? What's up, Cam? Easy. Yo, Cam, that SpaceX, man. I'm telling you, SpaceX is gonna take the place of all of this fucking um volatile cryptocurrency. And it's gonna be the new goddamn Bitcoin. Watch. They're gonna play with this for a minute. That's why they made do a trillionaire. Y'all about to follow up on it, man. I went at that day that we just finished talking about that SpaceX stuff. Imagine when they fully merged Tesla and Starlink. Starlink is up and coming. I just went and got some SpaceX. I might get the Starlink tokens when it merge. Don't fucking stop gonna split, and we're gonna be sitting on top of the world. And once you do it, I might snatch out half of it. whatever that I put in and get a little, know what I mean, unrealized gains off of it and keep it bubbling. I'm telling you because this shit. That's why he was standing up there next to President Trump. He was helped solidifying his global plan to get that $1 trillion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of motherfucking yen. You know what I'm saying? Now his power is like no other because he can spend a $500 billion and take over some small country if he wanted to. I ain't talking about that UFC shit. They got of all the people they got at the White House, they got the UFC. They should have a motherfucking coalition of black people, white people, Chinese people, Americans at the White House during that goddamn whatever that is. That take that fucking UFC shit down and put some tables out there, put some motherfucking good smoke, some motherfucking drink if you got to, even just anything to cool down the situation as Americans, how we chill, not go to war against each other, set a little something out for everybody because you know you can smoke weed right out there in Washington D.C. I have. You can go through some of my fucking live screens from my earlier joints. I exercise my right to. I mean, you can chief out there. You know what I'm saying? Is America? They should be having some town hall meetings where that bullshit ass UFC shit is, man. So we can get to the bottom of all this Camelo, um, Anthony, and Austin Metcalf, man. In a different situation, they would have probably been friends. It probably would have been friends if a Muslim guy would have showed up. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I mean? Wow. What's the got going on, Cameron? What is it? What's the card? Because you watch UFC. Dana White. He got a lot of money off of that shit. He a Ted Turner type now. What's the guy, the black guy, the big little stocky black guy with the blonde hair? He used to be, he won some, he lost some. I always think they did him wrong. Like he used to get fucked up. But he won a fruit, the dude with the blonde hair. Yeah, the colors of, but that orange denotes immigrants like the Irish, the Italians. Know what I'm saying? What's the colors of the Italian flag? I know the orange is in the Irish flag, like the orange that you see like down in Savannah and in Charleston in the South, a lot of orange for the orange people on the Irish flag that were in Northern Ireland that are closely associated with the United Kingdom, Belfast, which they're not even Irish, they're the Irish, the Scotch Irish. You feel me? Many people, know what I mean? Yeah, it's psychological. But you know, they carefully got that going, and y'all notice the New York Mets is blue on that. I mean, New York Yankees is the blue with the white, the purity of it. Did it work, Chris Jones? Because judo is no less like some damn exercise, man. Which kind of judo did he take? Did he take the usual exercises with the certain amounts of throws and pulls, or did he take aikido or hip hippakido? I mean, which kind of judo did he take? I mean, okay, jujitsu. So a lot of ha, ha. A lot of using the force against the person. That shit's glorified fucking exercise in the street fight, family. I studied all forms of martial arts, man. Every fight on the card will be fun to watch. Title fights with the biggest champions. Kevin Randleman, exactly. Kevin Randleman, yeah. Old school with the blonde hair. I still say, damn, he used to get fucked up. Yeah, the colors of a lot of stuff affect on the brain. The colors, fast food places. And that's got a lot to do with the algorithm too, fam. Like these green streams that I use, to a certain extent, it kind of like drives the algorithm sometimes. Like that, when I put up this one right here, this shit surely to bring a certain kind of streamer or people in the stream. I'm gonna show y'all one that really like. Let's see what this shit up. This will change the whole mood of a stream, man. Right here, this shit right here. Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife? Smash that like y'all. DB Coastal. Yeah, it is. It play, but we never noticed it. It plays a big part on the shit that we do. Yeah, you could smell them down the street. That was America. You could smell whatever that restaurant was. Burger King had that fucking grill shit. McDonald's, you could smell their fries. Pizza Hut, you could smell that pizza a mile away. Now you can't smell shit. Even if you go to a weed festival, you don't smell shit. That should tell you something. You go lay in the field right now, you used to get stung by bees. You go out in the field right now, ain't no fucking bees nowhere. Ain't no bees nowhere. Right, but listen, like right now, y'all notice that we got on the subject of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and it switched. Most people that's in here right now conversating, the conversation got even more, cozier because everybody that's conversating is a moderator on the channel. That's little subtle shit, man. You gotta, you got to, be aware of your surroundings, no matter what it is. I try to be, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be just one way. Know what I mean, and that's what is to be American in our variety, not in our differences, our variety. Know what I mean, when I buy a box of chips, I get all different flavors. Know what I mean, most of the time we focus on trying to fix the engine, the biology, when in reality it's the driver, the psychology that is steering us into a place of stress or discomfort. True indeed, family. Even think about it. Sometimes we stress ourselves out because we some worrying motherfuckers, and who do we talk to the most? Ourselves. So that's why you got to be careful what you tell yourself because you're the most impressionable. What you think means the most, and somebody else can. But because if it's somebody else that's over you and you talk to yourself the most, you fucked over in the beginning anyway. But the person that you talk to the most, that's who you listen to. So be careful what you tell yourself, family. Smash that like. I remember a good old fight. I think new generation of soft. I went to school in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Nothing but white boys, and we had wars, no weapons, just hands and feet. Yep. And out of that shit, y'all came to an understanding because when y'all got older, when you saw him somewhere else, you probably fought with him. Maybe they caught y'all over somewhere at Coney Island, somewhere, Brighton Beach. You fought with them. If y'all end up somewhere at a concert in Queens and you see one of your white boys and shit, yo, what's up? What's up? You know what I mean? That's how I grew up too. Sometimes your simile op became, your partner. You know what I'm saying? And it was like that, and we kept it moving. Now our brains built around consumption, man. We have stopped being, anything else but a consumer first. Everything else is secondary. Because in order to live the lifestyle that we choose, we have to become consumer first because nothing's free out here in the world. You want to be a gangbanger, you got to pay for those bandanas, those Uzis, and those chucks that you like to see and be walk with. You got to pay for that shit. I mean, if you want to be a barber, you got to pay for those clippers to even generate more capital. And that's the sense of you got to spend money to make money these days, man. When we look at something like color or even how we interact with society, we are often responding to the stories or brains. Yep, what we believe. Like when I was playing that video of the white boy that said he was 17-year-old Jake Lang, he was January 6th, when he was on the phone with Austin Metcalf Daddy. This when I heard Austin Metcalf Daddy say that he wasn't racist. Remember that BK when I used to play that junk? We got a whole official NYC in here too. Knickerbocker representatives. We got Queens Bridge in here, Southside Jamaica Queens. From the black back blocks over there, Merrick, by where what's the name used to be at Maserati Fox in them, the back blocks. Know what I mean, maybe even somewhere with Shay Davis. But and also we got BK in here. So we got a plethora of free thinkers. What up, homie? What's up with you, Monkey Man? What's going on, man? Yo, Monkey Man, you from Texas? What's the climate like? Ain't you from Texas, Monkey Man? What's the climate like right now, man? Down there, man, with this Carmelo Anthony stuff, fam. America just say Jesus died so I can live eternally. I'm not giving him my life, man, and that's free for you to do. Be free will, but I'm gonna live my life for myself. I'm selfish. I'm sorry. I'm just selfish with that. When we feed a strong automatic reaction like a surge of anxiety or a certain shift in mood triggered by a bright neuroscience, you coming in here dropping that knowledge, wisdom, understanding today too. What is this? A my donut shop? Yeah, it's like cheers, dude. And sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. And you always glad. Look, ain't this crazy? I got more mods in here than you had friends, Aaron. Shay Davis used to be on 89th Avenue and 14th by the Coliseum. Used to bump into him. Shay had that shit popping. He was the fucking mixtape 50 Cent, man. I still bump that Shay Davis. Shay Davis, I know that's you, man. Shay Davis, I know that. Shoot that fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going bang, 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 bang. Ah, that's that classic rap music, man. That ain't hip hop. That ain't to be bought and sold. Know what I mean? That's to be listened to. That was you know what I mean? That's Shay Davis, man. You hear me? Ah, shout out Shay Davis, man. Smash that like, man. The Babylonian Talmud says the Messiah is a burning instrument, and the Quran called Christians the worst of all creatures. So I don't know where you're going at with your emoji, brother. Let me tell you something. All of them called each other whatever because that's the narcissism and us being human beings. I'm better than you. You know that all of them subject to have their birth in Zoroasters, the people representing fire, because before there was a Jesus, there was the sun, and everybody on the planet worshipped it. And now they're calling Jesus the Son. Every other culture, when you see them, they got the sun. I mean, because just to show if the sun don't shine the next day, the world ain't gonna keep moving. All of it is based in sun worship. Okay, can y'all understand that? Religion is based off of sun worship. Smash that light. Nope. This ain't Cheers, family. Did they even have a black dude on Cheers at the bar? Come to think of it, this ain't Cheers, family. This the BMC. So a black guy is always going to be at the bar because it don't go unless the B equals MC is the computation and the math that you mathing with. Smash that like, family, and share me out. That's y'all problem. Y'all got to stop trying to be like somebody else. Maybe use it as a comparison to know, I mean, where you're going at with something, but stop trying to be like somebody else. I mean, originality. That's what's selling. The person who's gonna be the next trillionaire, and that's what I just told y'all. The person who's gonna be the next trillionaire has whatever that's gonna take the place of the internet and of phones and shit. And so, lo and behold, this guy Elon Musk is the next trillionaire. So you better invest in what he's doing because a trillionaire, what's the interest off a trillionaire day? Somebody give me the numbers. That's hell of a. If you can get just 1% off the interest off of 1% of the trillion, you can make some money, man. So I told y'all the next person the person who becomes a trillionaire is gonna have the answer to whatever the next plateau is. And it's SpaceX, evidently. I'm telling you. Okay, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with having a white guy in my bar. I ain't against white people. I mean, especially if you're American. So shit, drink up. We got PBR in the can, in the bottle. Know what I mean, on tap. Know what I mean, you want a keg of it. That's what it is. Drink up, family. Drink up, man. I ain't got that going. That ain't me. If you're looking for somebody that's a an energy hog, that ain't me, homie. There's enough room for all of us in America. I mean, if you ain't with what I'm with, then stay the fuck out of my business. But other than that, nah, dog. It's a seat at the table with me. See, that's y'all thinking. And a lot of times, you know what I mean, you express it. That's y'all thinking. That ain't my thinking, dude. I ain't like that. You feel me? I ain't like that at all. Was Carmelo wrong? for having that knife, y'all. Something. Man, there's white boys with AKs and gang signs, man. All white gangs that they ops is white, dude. We gotta stop fucking. I mean, there shouldn't have been a black guy who chilled up at that bar and chills. Y'all gotta protest that one, Aaron. But was it a black neighborhood? What kind of neighborhood was they in? That's what you got to look at, the demographics outside of Chill. So, what was the chances that a black guy would have came in? Because some of those bars are neighborhood bars, as well, like in the black community, like down in New Orleans, Miss Gladys bar. That's baby and their mama shit. You will probably very rarely ever see a white person in that bar. You know what I mean? In New Orleans. It's like that. You know, we as Americans are very territorial. I mean, right, okay, Dream. Okay, Dream. What's one of the more famous people? You know what I'm saying? I can't believe y'all gonna make me go back and watch it because I used to watch it, but now I don't watch so much shit. I can only name the main characters and think of the main theme. Smash that like y'all. I would agree with that. I go that way to visit my family. Where's your family at, Aaron? And see how we just talking amongst each other like America's family? You see how easy that there is to do that? That's all them two young boys would have had to do was talk that shit out. I mean, it's all them young boys would have had to do was talk that shit out. Man. Hey, what y'all think about this background? This is one of the classic fashion house colors, that Gucci, that green, red, you know what I mean, and the white background. You know what I mean? What y'all think about this, man? I fuck with it, and it's one of my you know what I mean, and I like that Nefertiti. Like I told y'all when I was a young nigga, I seen Big Daddy Kane with a big ass one on. Everybody was running around with crosses and stuff like that, and I really ain't have too much faith in Christianity, but I knew that this represented some form of fashion of beautiful black people out there, so I tuck it on as my own also. Know what I mean, and that's the symbol right there in the shirt. So, what y'all think about this right there? Y'all think that's dope? And actually, this was my original logo before one day I was having an epiphany, and I was probably brainwashed by all this stuff with Albert Einstein with the theory of relativity, and I thought about the theory of the Black Money Corporation and what the Black Money Corporation meant to me. Because I mean, this ain't something that I thought of. This is who I am in the streets. A lot of people, they might name your name something in you know what I mean, on YouTube, but I told y'all, I'm really, I mean, the Black Money Corp, whatever. That's just what I do. Since that somebody came in earlier and said, why do you always never change? It ain't the point that I never change. I'm around my merch, so of course I could get up and put on a bunch of Nike Polo Reebok, but that won't say who I am. Know what I mean, that's who I want to be. When I, you know what I mean, there's no less putting on a costume. No, you know what I mean, when you go out into the world, sometimes you gotta assimilate or they won't fuck with you. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back into focus with the clothing line or with the merch. I won't say a clothing line, but yeah, that was my original logo right there, and it was on the black on the gold. Then I mixed it up with a bunch of other different colors and shit, like this shit right here going down the joint. You know what I'm saying? And this either could be put on a rugby or you know what I mean. Smash that like y'all. A bar with no women is a goddamn sausage fest. Smash that like y'all. Right. That you know what I mean? But you know what? I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit though. Um Cosmology. I'm a human goddamn marketing team my damn self, so we might need to link and do some state to state shit. Cause I might say I'm gonna say we got an open market for a lot of stuff because we starting to have a lot of venues over there at the Norfolk Scope with the Keyshawn Davis, and somebody should be out in front of that shit selling some Keyshawn Davis fight night t-shirts. And we're having a joint coming up called the Cousins, all kind of stuff where you can, with a correct marketing scheme, you can get some money with a t-shirt or a piece of memorabilia or something out there, man. Just hit me up on my Gmail. BMC the formula at gmail.com, family. Okay, okay. Say less, like y'all say up top. Say less. Because I need some better glasses. Say less. The racist Anthony family divided people. Austin dad tried to forgive and come together, and they told him that no. At first, Austin daddy was saying that he wasn't racist or none of that stuff, and then I heard some stuff that he got crazy with. For sure, lunching out. I don't want no one. Punk is some that can't go with me. No, I like pussy. Too much to go to a fucking lame ass sausage party. I ain't going to no sausage party, man. I'm looking for the kitty cat and I'm a dog, man. Got a plan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with it. I see how I just made that motherfucking shit. I just made a G funk out of that. Ah! Hey, what's a bar with no women? Penitentiary. That shit is dope right there. Plenty bars, no women. The penitentiary. Mm, damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm still in that. I'm still in it. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out, man. How's everybody day, man? Oh, they do? See, are you a Timu affiliate? You know you can get an affiliation with Timu and then do a bunch of Timu um joints on your page. Yeah, Cosmo about charging me, hey, get with me behind the scenes for real, man. Drop me some math on the Gmail because we might can get a master class popping because a lot of people are coming in here with their commentary, but a lot of them want to be a content curator. There's a lane for that. Yeah, there's a lot of CEOs. Well, that's what they put those CEOs in the pen for. But they ain't drinking at the bar. They security. They working. They security in the club, fam. They security. They security. Sometimes security fraternized with the consumers, with the party goers. You know, they always get out it on the fucking Instagram. Yeah, that's what they are. Shit. That's jail. Jail bars is a break from women. Most people go to bars to see the women. And more likely, if a woman meet you after a few drinks, she might think you cute. That's why a lot of y'all go. So the women can't really see you until they wake up next to your ass the next morning. Oh my God, what the fuck have I done? Girl, can you come get me? Where the fuck am I? Where's my shoes? That type shit there. You know what I mean? Smash that like y'all. Share me out, man. Cosmology Bay. Yeah, I got a lot of shit, man, that I'm trying to get in fruition and I shouldn't have it trying to get it. It should be popping. Know what I'm saying? Right, lunching out. You need to come scoop up too, man. I need another smoked old fashioned. We ain't politic on one in a minute, my G. I know I seen you in action. Nigga, nigga. The great was that the ocean front? Wake up in the morning with a baddie next to you, sleeping by the motherfucking the slide in door, you know what I mean, next to the big table with a baddie bundled up. Like who that, who that, who that, who that, who that, who that, who? Come on, nephew, lunch it out. Come on now. No, really. Doing something old lunching out when he was young. Woke up with a baddie. I woke up in the new Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? That's chilling. I think you had a bottle in your hand too when I see you, the blunt in the bottle and the baddie. Smash that like y'all. Do y'all blame the parents at all, man? He do. Neuro. Lunch do. Catch him on my joint in the Tesla. When you see me in the Tesla, lunch moving in the Tesla. Catch me on in the Tesla. Y'all better stop hating on Elon. Go through my short. I think we on a short in the Tesla family. Me and lunch. That's blood. La Familia. If I was any bit of Vito, that's shorty my Michael Corleone, know what I mean? He's sort of like Tragedy Gaddafi, intelligent, but a little hoodlumlish. It's all good. But now I see him growing up into a man. That's what this. Shout out my boy Lunch and out. Sometimes to a small degree, but one day we all have to come into our own self, right? I don't blame parents for Carmelo's actions. I blame the parents for their actions afterwards, though. Both sides, though. Both sides have made a mockery out of one son getting 35 years in prison and the other son never coming back. Ain't that crazy? Smash that like. So if you think that Carmelo was wrong to have that knife, double tap the stream. Give me a thumbs up. If you're giving a thumbs up that yes, he was wrong, double tap the stream or smash that like, man. Yep, is a reflection of the parenting or lack of. Sometimes now, especially this day and age, we somewhere doing something else, and all of us are guilty of it, and our kids are being raised by TikTok. Like my little kids know about so much shit, but they don't know about it. They'll know ad words and ad, you know what I mean, of like Credible Hawk. Michael Jackson is whoever got the motherfucking the button that Michael Jackson right now is pushing that button because Michael Jackson is like one of the most I mean, shit that everybody listening to. Know what I'm saying? And the kids like Michael Jackson backsliding and all that shit. They don't even know that it's a whole goddamn genre dedicated to Michael Jackson that they will never understand. It's people that live through the shit. Like a lot of shit is being refurbished by way of all of these social media sites, and it's greatly affecting how our kids act. If something that's disturbing and racist is out there, it'll put a racist fervor into society. Like when Chuck the Builder, like that shit that's popped out up out of nowhere, and it's seemingly that it was allowed. First and foremost, if anybody, any man of the law is trying to protect the law, they would not have nobody out doing racist shit like that that can probably incite a riot. Probably later on my channel and on my speaker about the uh, depletion of gray matter. It has to do with how we think. Okay, okay. That's crazy though, but you ever thought of how does a person talk to himself in wet language if they are blind and deaf, but they still are born? Everything else is normal. They're blind and deaf. They got their sense of feeling. So maybe they can put they and feel a vibration and feel it, but they're blind and deaf. What language do they speak to themselves in? You know what I'm saying? Being, you know what I mean, born blind and deaf. And y'all are y'all aware that the brain is the only organ to name itself? And also, everything that we see around us was created that we attribute to being from a human is created from a brain. So, what's to say we don't have that same in our brain to create something? Everything that's human created on the planet is from the brain, somebody's brain. It was thought of by somebody created it. You understand what I'm saying? So, can you imagine that if somebody was able to use their brain to create everything? I mean, if it don't go over your head, it wasn't a knife. It was a multitask tool. That's legal. Yeah, I heard it was like a Swiss Army knife or something like that. Smash that like. Imagine if somebody was able to use one half of their brain like efficiently and in unison with all the other little channels and neural that's in that shit. You feel me? That shit is crazy when you really if you can phantom it. Because you can sit back and close your eyes right now and you can go anywhere you want to. And even if you got knowledge, especially if you got knowledge of those places. Smash that like y'all. You say it was legal. Golden. Golden Girls. Who was your favorite character on the Golden Girls? Smash that like. For those who communicate via hands, that inner voice manifests as a feeling of the hands.
moving, or the sensation of another person's hands signing into theirs. Most people are not in their minds and they brain, they live in their body. Salute, true indeed. Mike, what's been up, boy? Mike, what's up? Mike from Phillies, what's up with you? Chilling, family. Chilling. Yes, the multi was legal, but all multi-purpose legal. What's the climate like where you at, Mike, with the situation with the Carmelo Anthony? Are there anybody protesting it? What's up with you? Good to hear from you. Many decisions that individuals make is based on feelings. They think with the body, they don't think with their brain. Right. Off of impulse. Like a snake with no head, it's still going, I mean, a chicken with no head, I mean, it's still going, you know what I'm saying? It's all off of impulse. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, okay, okay. Did you get a new number? Smash that like, y'all. Shout me out. It's 10 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them lights up first and foremost, family. Was Carmelo wrong? That's still the topic of discussion. Okay, we on the other side of 100 now, man. We at 51. Can we get 100 likes in this live stream before this young go out? And I told y'all we got the BMC E-Bike Foundation. So far, today I'm gonna shout out Ian, super supporter. Ian forever super supporter. Don't let Ian do all the work, man. He gonna have all the goddamn interest in the BMC e-bike. So he might have all the influence where it goes. It ain't no telling, man. Smash that like shout out my boy Ian. You know what I'm saying? He was in here earlier, always showing that super support, man. For instance, what's going on, family? A person who has a right to be present at the location where the force is used, who has not provoked the person against whom the force is used, and who is not engaged in criminal activity. Salute, for instance. How's your day, family? For instance, is one of the intellectuals that helped me really get the BNC Black Money think tank off the ground. The Black Money crew that come through here right now is some of the best and brightest minds in normal society. Some of y'all are truck drivers. A great deal of y'all are just homemakers or people that's on the fence or of employment, ain't got nothing else to be on their phone. Some people are business owners, people of different nationalities. It's just crazy on this channel, man. And I like the way everybody, you know what I mean? Some people come in and get off the chain, but for real, a lot of people, it may seem like we arguing, but for real, it's the quintessential. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be able to bark over the crowd to be heard. I mean, especially when you with them motherfucking wolves, man. You got to be able to. "Ow, ow," you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's your right to speak your mind. Like I always say, it says a lot because a whoop dog ain't gonna bark. You feel me? Fuck that. Hit dog show gonna holler, but a whoop dog ain't gonna bark. So shit, speak your mind. At that time, the force is used, is not required, and it's retreat before using force as described by this section. But did anybody defend him in court on his position or anything? What was the lawyer's main like? It's just crazy. Mike, remember last year when I used to play that white supremacist on the phone and he was with Byron Donalds? They was on a campaign run, Jake Lane, and he was talking to the white dude's son, and they used to be like, "Are you done?" That shit is back around, and now the young boy done got sentenced. See what I'm saying? Mike just came on board, and some people in America are not even aware of what's going on. Yeah, remember that? That shit, young boy done got 35 years. And what's the only thing that really shocked me about it, I was not realizing that in Texas, the day that they sentence you, you end up in prison. You know, where I'm from, maybe you might set in the jail. It depends on the notoriety. I get it, but see me, they had his hair cut that night. I'm a reasonable dude, says Aaron. I agree, like the boys shouldn't approach Carmelo without an adult, but Carmelo should not have had a lock style. It is man, I agree with you saying to a certain extent that you can't tell what Carmelo to have. That's on him to make that decision. Maybe before he got there, he was somewhere that he was even more in danger than
seemingly just attract me. But lo and behold, he met a bully. You know what I mean? And maybe both of them was bullies. Nobody ever thinks of that. It's always one has to be good and one has to be bad. Why not both of them was knuckleheads or both of them was innocent in it, not even knowing this product of their environment. One was known to motherfucking lash out and wild out. He's from Louisiana. They wild as fuck down there in that boot. And then one was known to be a bully. I mean, I'm not saying one was better than the other, but the thing that they have in common that both of them was youthful, 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Who'd have thought that shit would have happened? Neither one of them dumbasses, because they still was pissing on their balls. That's what we got to look at. Nah, he shouldn't have had no knife up there. I wouldn't prescribe him taking a knife up there, but it happened because that's what motherfuckers do. Hard head motherfuckers don't learn. You say he had it. If he was going by the law, for instance, you're right. But who knows the law at 17? All they know is to run. You know what I mean? Especially from the black community, or to be framed. And right here, they kind of like both of them set themselves up for it. Dude should have went his way. He should have went his way amicably. All right, fuck you then. Fuck you. I'm out of here. They chose the combatants. Carmelo chose to arm himself with a knife. Young boy probably was used to battering fools with his hands. I mean, don't make him innocent to the whole situation now, Austin. He probably was used to battering fools with his hands. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all came up throwing them things. And Carmelo might have been used to fighting people and being a small guy, knowing he got to arm himself. So both of them was a product of learned behavior. The bullying or the posturing up because this is where I'm at and being territorial, that's built in us. Hey, where you from? I mean, I don't know him. I don't know you. Don't talk to strangers. You know what I'm saying? No new friends. Drake told you that. That's all in that tribalism and territory. You know what I mean? We always attribute a bunch of these characteristics to just the black community. But I'm gonna tell you something. If the black community doing it, every community in the United States and in the world is doing it. You know what I mean? And just in their own form of fashion. So what it was, two lions collided, two dumbass young boys, man, not knowing that the outcome will reverberate all over the motherfucking planet, and both of them will be going through different types of motherfucking repercussions. Carmelo's going through a deep inner pain because he behind that motherfucking wall here on that tear, but no tears shall fall, and also plenty tears are being shed for the young man Austin Metcalf and his hurt. The family is hurt. I understand the daddy's play and the way he's lashing out, but I don't understand the way he doing it should be a little bit more, I mean, adult and realistic. He's really blaming the culture for something that two mutual combatants, because them young boys were standing on their feet, similarly face to face. You know what I'm saying? One, you know what I mean, quick on the draw. It's just as the same as a step above it. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You feel me? Smash that light. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. They got you in the laundry room. So you should be controlling the movement then. You can hustle in the laundry room. You know what I mean? Somebody want their motherfucking shit done like this and done like that, and you hand me this. I mean, you should be able to finesse that. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's one of the motherfucking the beacons where everybody get in touch. Yo, you know, you know what I'm saying? Smash that light. There's no control. There's no if there's no race war. There's no. I mean, if there's no race conflict. There's no war. You understand? And we all realize that we just different Americans, but we Americans. Yeah, that's Hustle Game Central right there. If a motherfucking pair of boxes is goddamn doubled up in there, I won't end on it. Two white beaters, some fresh socks, and a crease going down the line of your pants leg, and some elastic in your fucking state coat. I want in. I need a piece. Smash that like y'all. A lot of pale Europeans are brainwashed by their own people, right? And they won't seem to understand the stuff that they believe in and the way they act is learned behavior because they taught it to you intentionally. They did all of us like that. They indoctrinated us until stuff like a lot of books and stuff become fashionable to be an intellectual. And that probably was their problem too, because through all that communism and all that democratic socialism stuff, you know, one thing you got to know how to do is read because a lot of that shit is in books. Little Red Book and just go read some Karl Marx. You got to know interpret it just like the Bible. That's even like in religion. People learn how to read so they can read the Bible back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I gotta wet my beat. Feel me? Don't do it if it ain't, know what I mean, benefiting you. That's why I say we got to understand these politicians. Of course, they're not going to do it if it's not beneficial. Why waste time on it? Indoctrination through repetition becomes a core habit. Salute. True. That's true. You see what I'm saying, family? Smash that like, y'all. For the love of money. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite joint out of Queensbridge when I was a kid was that MC Shan shit. Oh girl, why you have to leave me that way? I love you to this day, and it hurts so bad. The words you used to say. Shan, you know you my one and only, but you ran with another man that left me lonely. That shit, that MC Shan shit. That was like the answer to I need love. Nah, love failed me. Yeah, leave me lonely. Yeah. Shan was like a skinny LL Cool J. He was the Queen's vibe all day. Yeah, that means you're old, Hugo. What's up with your family? Coincidential, how I met her. When I seen her, I knew that I'd get her. Could let her step like a stone cold hood. Ah, come on, fam. I told you I grew up with rap music. Hip hop was just an idea in some white man's head when he seen a bunch of people spinning around to breakdance music to some original music that he never heard before, and maybe keying in on it and seeing how these little arenas and stuff was selling that shit. And you know what I mean, it was trendy to sell a bunch of European shit there too, because that's where I saw my first name brands from the fashion houses like Gucci and all of it was bootleg. Ain't that in the 80s? Ain't that one person had, not even the drug dealers. They was all getting that shit from Dapper Dan. But that's how we kind of like promoted, and they saw the value in that shit. Damn, they said, well, shit, if they wear it on the bootleg, that means they fuck with it. The Hal McLangs and all that stuff. The Cohans. Know what I mean? The Cole Han. Because that's the nigga name. His name is Cole Han. You know what I mean? That's some of my favorites. Not to mention your Ralph Leibowitz, out straight out of the South Bronx, Ralph Lauren, as you call him, Polo. That's some of my favorite stuff, man. The fashion houses, we always try to reach that certain, know what I mean, in the hood anyway, stay fly. Know what I mean, that's the main things in the hood. Old heads rep is stay fly and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? That's always some hood shit. Stay fly and keep it real. Salute, New Road, and that's true. People gotta be able to, what I mean, separate that from somebody old and somebody older. You know what I'm saying? But there's wisdom in them food too, but you're gonna have to be able to interpret it. There's wisdom in fools too, though, sometimes. I think he fell in on on the bed with the ratchet or something. She wrote him dear. John letter on the mirror. Oh, for the video, right? Yeah. Ah, girl, why you have to leave me that way? I love you to this day, and it hurts so bad of the words you used to say. BMC, you know you my one and only, but you ran with another man and left me lonely. Okay. What's that MC Shan singing that hook or TJ Swan? Remember TJ Swan? BJ Big um remember TJ Swan and the Juice Crew? He was a member of the Juice Crew too. He used to sing and shit. All that shit looked like money laundering back in the day. Here go these guys ain't sold a motherfucking record and come in with big gold chains on, fly motherfucking haircuts and ballet boots. And ballet boots was costly. Smash that like last month I did a lecture talking about dopamine dressing. And if your dressing is not making you smart, then you're dressing in the wrong outfit. Right. Okay, okay. That's what it is. That fucking what did they call that? They call that interactive something where I forgot. It's a word for that. Oh yeah, what was the job doing, Mike? Wishing nothing but success with that family. What was the job? Yeah, TJ Swan. Okay, okay, yeah. TJ Swan. He was on that. He used to be on that Vapors video. But I always was a Big Daddy Kane fan. I told y'all the I got the Nefertiti was the first time I saw a black man with one on. I always had seen a statue with the eye and shit, but then to know what it represented, I ain't want to put a cross on my neck or a Jesus piece or nothing like that because I had by then fell out with the church situation in America and was diving into my nationality as a black man and who I really was. So I kind of took a liking to this, and I done had one of these in some form of fashion on my neck my whole life after I first, once something is visible to you, you'll never stop seeing it again. So, you know what I'm saying? Them valleys, fam. Yeah, I had the valleys. I had the travel fox. I mean, I had the clocks. I keep a fresh pair of clocks. Know what I mean? Smash that like y'all. Okay, that's a good job. Janitorial custodial. Know what I mean, that's easy. Know what I mean, what is it like working in an office building where you would be doing dumping all the cubicle garbage cans? Shit, cleanliness. That's easy right there. The main thing I'm gonna tell you, if it's got anything to do with a bathroom, make sure that bathroom is super clean. And I'll say if it's that porcelain style, just go in there with the disinfectants, disinfect everything, wipe it down, and take some good hot water, soapy hot water, and splash it down. If it got a good drainage, what I'm saying, make sure you do that shit every night. Because what a person smells in the morning is what it's gonna start his day. Motherfucker come in about to go take a piss in the bathroom. Woo, smells good in here. Woo. Break, you know what I mean? Smash that light. I used to work for a janitorial company, and they got mad with me because I was the only one that got a raise because I was the only one really working. I was finishing my shit early. They was too many busy trying to holler at the bitches and all that shit. Smash that like y'all. Share me out, man. What's good? The day Donald Trump birthday, so when I come back live, I'm gonna be representing the president. I'm gonna have my Trump sweatshirt on. I ain't got no MAGA shit. I'm representing Trump when we used to fuck with him when he had the Trump Marina. That's one of my favorite sweatshirts. And I had that shit before he was president, when he was with the Apprentice. But probably before that, what year he was with the Apprentice? Because I got that shit when I was working at Goodwill. I found a sweatshirt in the pile. If you know what I'm talking about, if you ever worked at Goodwill, this is back in the day, man, around the early 2000s. When you got to do a certain amount of community service, and also Goodwill is a good motherfucking job for real for somebody in the inner city that need a good hustle that's stable. The truck working on the truck, going get the donations, and also at the main plant where they separated. Chilling, my G. What's up with you? Be young. What's up with you? What you been up to, family? Be young, how you, man? Ain't heard from you in a minute, man. How the family, man? Salute, man. I'm chilling, man. Be young. Why I got you here, man? I'm on the BMC E-Bike Foundation, man. Get over there and can you show some support to the BMC E-Bike Foundation? Nightbot dropping the link to the cash out. I'm trying to get this situation where I'm gonna cop this e-bike with the funds and we're gonna get out into the world and see what's going on. Know what I'm saying? Okay, a subsiding building downtown. Okay, okay. Okay, that'll get you. Hey, yo, 10 floors. Shit, at some point, you're going to have to be walking them floors. Wow. Are you going to be maintaining all the floors? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm good, family. All I know is to survive. Know what I mean, sometimes I'm comfortable with that. But I mean, all the time, I'm trying to elevate, though. So, yeah, I'm good, family. If you want to intentionally dress to optimize your brain and nervous system, you can use in cloth cognition, the psychological phenomenon where what you wear influences how we think and behave, right? And it influences how other people think and behave too. A suit and tie on a white person would be like corporate. A suit and tie on a black person, more likely if he was an authority figure, either being a policeman or a preacher or something. You feel me? Not thinking maybe he's in corporate America if it's a black man. Okay, and that's good too overnight. I mean, less motherfucking traffic. Know what I mean, okay, wishing nothing but success with that. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what matters. Let me drop North Ave link too. Then we got motherfucking Pittsburgh, Brooklyn, and Queens in the house. Smash that like y'all. Share me out. But that's crazy how asking this question though about was Camelo wrong or right? This should have stopped motherfucking wars, man. That shit is crazy. How by asking just simply a question about the shit. I've been rocking with you for a minute, facts, but I gotta go. But somebody in your chat is fake, dude. I don't rock with a hater on the low. I would say, okay, salute, 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 family. No need here, family. We good. Nope, not here, Be Young. We need to find out about Carmelo Anthony, man. We good with that. You know what I'm saying? For sure, Mike. That's what it is, family. You know how we do it here. We about love, man. This the wrong arena for that. This the arena, the meeting of the minds. My fellow intellectuals, whether we agree or disagree. But you know what I mean? The other stuff, man, nope. I feel you, BK, and I can only respect that, my G. I know you have for a long time. You know what I mean? You got plenty of knowledge and wisdom and understanding with you. I respect that. You know what I mean? I know that ain't your intention, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Respect, my G. Respect. Wow, Ricky. Wow, Ricky. But yeah, yeah. No, it's an epidemic right now with stuff like on the internet with people going back and forth. And you know what? Like BK did, graciously bow out. You know what I mean? Decided to go just chill. That's how I am. I don't do a lot of. I mean, even when I do business, it's business. Like I don't mix business and pleasure, family, and that's for real because shit. Smash that like. And shout out Rick Savage, man. I only get one thing to say about Carmelo. A weapon at a school function is a felony. How many of those peoples out there, especially in Texas? Texas is known for their guns and their knives. Bowie. At one Bowie had something to do with the Alamo, the Bowie knife. Daniel Boone. That's all they talk about: guns and knives, hunting buck knives and shit. Okay, that's the home of the gun and the knife and the shotgun. Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee is the home of the York shot. Tennessee, Memphis, they'll blow your ass off with a York shotgun. But that's all they talk. Or if there's somebody in this chat screen right now that has a knife tied to their leg, man. They got a knife tied to their leg, homie. Was Carmelo wrong to have that knife on his leg, fam? You better bet he was. And the other young boy was wrong for approaching him about it. But when two fools, when a smooth fool and a smart man arguing, it's kind of hard, like they say, to tell who's a fool and who's a smart man. Smash that like, y'all. Was Carmelo wrong for having that knife, man? Let's get back to it. I think Carmelo was going to poke up the first white boy. No, 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 B Young. I feel like maybe he had the knife for whatever he was being ready for, whatever. Sometimes it's like that. You get ready for whatever, so you ain't got to get ready. Stay ready, family. Come on now, stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. That was one of my themes when I was making T-shirts. I mean, you could get you a at the blackmoneycorp.com. You can get you a stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready joint. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's one of my mantras. So I understand the young boy and what he was feeling. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. So see, like I said, it also come with how a lot of y'all was raised. A lot of y'all wasn't raised to stay ready. Y'all was raised in the comfortability. You know what I mean? The closest you got to getting killed or killing somebody was Halo or some shit. I mean, Carmelo was a different beast. He was out of Baton Rouge. You know what I mean? His bop different from yours. You know what I'm saying? So whereas how he would defend himself is different from how y'all would defend yourselves. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, fam. Yeah, I had the BMC. So I went and pulled this bitch out the archives. But if y'all think I'm just shooting the shit, you see what that say? Stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready, family. Know what I mean? I was moving these shits like 10 years ago. You feel me? At the blackmoneycorp.com. I mean, I'm gonna show y'all another little tidbit. The whole time that it was popping off with the people protesting this shit with the Black Lives Matter. Got sidetracked there, you know what happens. But the Black Lives Matter, this one is a big ass one, like a 3-4X, because it was my promotional tool. Like I got a lot of my t-shirts are superimposed. So when I hang them up and people walking past, you can see it over the competition. But I was pushing this. I had a bunch of shirts that said I know my worth, but also I had these ones that say, you don't have to tell me I matter. I know my worth. I was pushing these shits at the Black Lives Matter joint. I mean, like I said, this the big one. This is my display so they can see what's on the shirt. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was pushing these shits. You don't have to tell me I matter, dude. I know my worth. And I was the straight up, I know my worth joints. I'm gonna bring them back. I mean, I'm just percolating right now. You know what I'm saying? That old school coffee, that good shit. Smash that like. Speaking of coffee, man, hold your horses, man. Ride with me. Be back. Smash that like.